Welcome, welcome. It is Saturday night. NFL football week 18, guys, is here. We got the Colts and the Texans fighting it off tonight to finish it off. It's going to be a great matchup, guys. Hope you guys are here live with me, catching all the action because it's going to be a great game, guys. I know it's week 18, end of the season. People are in the playoff hunts, but I don't think it can go wrong with watching this game, guys. It's going to be a great game if you love NFL football or football in general. So, KimbroNator here. Let's see what is going to happen tonight. The game, I got my new, excuse me, been a little bit under the weather some lately, so got my new scoreboard that I've programmed myself here. I'm going to be trying it out on the first stream. So, see how this goes tonight, guys. Instead of me snipping ESPN, I've got my own that I've programmed. I'm going to try to stay live and up close with it.
Now on SportsCenter, another wild night.
Two stories remain as unbeatens collide for the title. The Wolverines are looking to finish the mission, while the Huskies hope to write their perfect ending. The final chapter to crown a new playoff champion. Number 1 Michigan. Number 2.
Alrighty. Getting everything set up here.
May the best story win.
Turn on, turn up. Start, stop.
ESPN welcomes you to the following presentation of the National
Next quarter.
Football League.
Perfecto. The game is about to kick off, guys. Can you feel it coming in the air tonight?
This is stuff you dream about, you know, these kind of opportunities, these big games. Saturday night, let's ride, man. It's gonna be fun.
Feel it coming in the air tonight. Hold on. Hold on.
This is it. On the grind off the rip, when we hit, whole season comes down to this. Flick of the wrist, spin and twist, don't miss. We go under,
So the odds of this game, let me pull those back up here.
bring it to ya. Booyah. Touchdown Taylor. CJ Stroud. He's in.
Houston's is by 2. Chris Stapleton, man, he's got a great voice. It's the welcome.
And away we go from Indianapolis, Indiana, where the winner of this game that will take place inside Lucas Oil Stadium will go to the playoffs. I have a feeling we're going to be saying that once, twice, maybe 11 times here tonight. There's Will Anderson Jr. He is getting set to go. Houston won the toss.
All right, Houston won the toss, and they're deferring.
Company here right out of the gate with the Colts getting set to receive, and Josh Downs, the rookie, going to return the kick from Fairbairn. Along with our producer Steve Ackles, our director Derek Mobley, Indiana's own Derek Mobley. We're glad you're with us. Lisa Salters, Troy Aikman, Joe Buck, and many, many more. On the 6th of January, 2024, here at the start of Week 18.
All right, here we go. The Texans Fairbairn is set to kick off in Indianapolis, and the kick is away.
Pop-up kick.
It's a pop-up kick.
Catch out to the 35. Gardner Minshew has got a little Billy Ray Cyrus to him, a little McConaughey. All right, all right, all right.
Gardner Minshew is 12th consecutive start for the Colts.
Don't make the mistake and think that he is not really good at operating this offense. He did for 2 years in Philly under Shane Steichen, and he's the guy Steichen wanted to come here to teach Anthony Richardson, the rookie, this offense.
Yeah, I think he's got a little Kenny Powers in him as well. But, yeah, he's a guy who knows this offense, perfect for a backup. He's been having to play, of course, a lot more than anticipated when he was signed back in March.
All right, it's a handoff around the left side. Taylor. And that's a few-yard gain there by Taylor.
Unable to perform list gets 3. For Shane Steichen, he's got Taylor as his main back. He's got 2 really good receivers and a rookie who's had an outstanding game, Josh Downs. And the offensive line, Troy, is much better this year than a year ago.
Yeah, and that's really the key.
So we got a 2nd down and 6 for Indianapolis. The ball is on their own 29-yard line. And it's a pitch right, run around the light. Taylor, and he gets swallowed up with no gain. Christian Harris on the tackle. We do have a flag down on the play, guys.
Very good young linebacker made the tackle. Bill Vinovich is our referee here tonight. Means we're in good hands.
Oh, illegal use of hands to the face by the defense. Automatic first down.
Desmond King, who is guilty of the hands to the face, and that wipes away that good play by Christian Harris. We look at the defense. D'Amico Ryan's the head coach, is the man who's calling the defense.
So D'Amico Ryan is the head coach for the Texans.
The coordinator in San Francisco.
Yeah, and he's taken a lot of those same principles, of course, and he's put them into place with the Houston Texans. And, boy, they have really improved in this first season under D'Amico Ryan.
First throw, Minshew is able to complete.
First throw is Minshew, completed to Pittman. Good for 6-yard gain to the right side.
It's always nice when you start a ball game to just be able to come out as a quarterback, soft corner, and come right out to Michael Pittman and get the ball into his hands. He's had an excellent season catching the football, one of the really talented wide receivers in the NFL.
Catch number 105 on the year, a career high. On 2nd down.
2nd down, Minshew. Oh, he completes it. We have another first down by Pittman Jr.
Big-bodied receiver, 6'4", 223, and able to hang on after that initial bobble on the throw by Minshew. Two teams that like to use tempo.
Hey, 52, skunk, fish.
Silent count. They snap it.
Minshew pulled it down, and now out to his left.
He shovel passes and he completes it. Wow, they are all over him.
And he is very close, about a yard short of first down yardage.
Well, initially I thought he was going to see Alec Pierce out there, number 14. He's able to get deep up that sideline, had a chance. As you see, the Texans are trying to rally to get back to him. But Gardner Minshew being able to keep some plays alive, doing a good job with the completions.
And it's a run up the middle, and it's another first down.
Taylor, Heinisch on the stop, but a gain of 2, and now pretty good first possession being put together by the Colts.
Yeah, and these are the scripted plays that Shane Steichen has when he comes into the game, and true to form, he believes in throwing the football early in a ball game to score and then running the football late. We saw it a few weeks ago against Pittsburgh. We saw it last week in their win against the Las Vegas Raiders. And this is the approach that he has. He's learned this from some of the great offensive coaches that he's coached under over the years.
Play action from Minshew. In the pocket, time runs.
He's going to keep it.
Minshew.
He slides.
Got 9.
That was a great run.
Well, they pick up the first down, and they're going to come out, and they're going to take a deep shot. Houston played it really well. So Minshew was not able to take the shot like they had drawn up. He does a good job getting what he could.
Here's Taylor, a first
Taylor,
down.
wow.
Place. Knocked down inside the 20.
They're running all over him,
Harris
guys.
missed a tackle along the way and a 14-yard carry, and the Colts are right back to the line of scrimmage trying to hurry things up.
Yeah, they change up the tempo. You're going to see Jonathan Taylor as he hits this hole. I mean, just an excellent job on his part. The Colts get right back on the line of scrimmage, and they force a defensive hand. So they speed it up, but they'll also slow it down as well, and that's the key for a good offense.
Here is Taylor over the left side.
Taylor's around the left. Ooh.
Nice gain on first
He was hit
down
hard.
as he got 4. Boy, if the Colts can get Jonathan Taylor back to what we saw earlier in his career. He's still a young guy. He's coming off the ankle injury last year. He was on the PUP list to start the season. He's had the thumb issue this year, but if he can just put all that behind him and start rolling, this team looks a lot better.
No doubt. And I thought last week was a good start for him. He didn't get his 100 yards rushing, but he started looking like the Jonathan Taylor that we've come to know in prior years.
Here he is again.
Wow.
And well played, Christian Harris, who is one of 2 really good younger linebackers that D'Amico Ryans features, the other one being Blake Cashman. 3rd down.
Well, right now, big 3rd down, because you go back to week 2 when these 2 teams met. And Indianapolis was able to win that game, and they built a big lead early in it. The key was their success down here in the red zone. They were 4 for 4 in the red zone, so you've got them now to 3rd down, and as good as Indianapolis has been on this opening drive, the defense is able to force a field goal. That'd be a nice job on their part.
On the 14-yard line.
Minshew. Goodson.
Minshew. Oh, nice throw.
And it brings
Just a little bit over
4th
Goodson.
down, and we'll
So they
see
will
if
settle for a
Steichen,
field
and he
goal
will,
most likely
after
here.
a little hesitation, sends on the field goal unit here to try to get the first points.
Well, I see what Minshew saw, because when Goodson gets wide here, he's worried about the corner there.
And now they're going to change it up. They brought the kicker, Matt Gay, on. And so that's
4th
why
and
the
4.
officials are letting Houston make substitutions because of the late change. They're going
5
for it,
wide.
or at least going to try to draw him offside.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, Joe. They're going to try to draw him off.
They were trying to draw him. They didn't get it.
Right idea.
Offense number 10.
One of these days it'll work. We see that a lot, but good discipline by Houston.
And so the flag for delay of game.
Hey, that was a great
just push Matt Gay back.
Houston
He was a
defense
Pro
held
Bowler
him.
for the Rams 2 years ago when they won the Super Bowl. He's in his 5th season. He is 30 for 37 on the year, and he'll try from 38.
From 38 yards out.
Good snap, good hold.
Ooh, he almost missed that one.
So the drive, which started off so promising for the Colts.
Wow, here we go. Here we go. Here we go now. So there's a commercial break, guys. So let's see, make sure this is showing up. Only showing one view. Bum, 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 bum. Battery's dying in my headset. I gotta switch it real quick. Please don't go off. Get it back. There we go. Those of you guys new here checking out the stream, be sure to hit that like button. It's the best way to help support me. It's free. So we've got a great game going on here. I got the odds of the game streaming below. The Texans, the spread is Houston by 2. Over-under is 47.5 points. Houston negative 129 to the Colts plus 108. Cannot go wrong with this game, guys. This is going to be... Indianapolis drove down and was held to... Let's see here. And here's the Colts kicking off.
A lot of things against him. Coming to Houston with first-year head coach, first-year play caller, and yet they've made it work.
I mean, the numbers are off the charts any way you want to look at them for CJ. He missed 2 games because of concussion, then came back last week. You see his touchdown to interception ratio leads the entire NFL, and his average pass yards per game is number 2 in the NFL to Tua Tagovailoa.
No, this is a big play offense, and the other part of that, Joe, is this is a rookie quarterback who's had to do it without much help in the run game. You know, so it's really their success offensively.
CJ's under center.
And there's more to talk about that. As Stroud, little play action to start.
Little
Good
play,
protection.
and he airs it out.
For Collins. He's
Caught it!
one play.
Touchdown, Texans. First play.
Texans. 75 yards to start the night for number 7. And Nico Collins has been the...
Wow, they only needed one play.
For the Texans, and right out of the gate, on top they go.
Well, they knew on Thursday that this would be the first play of the game. And they go with max protection up front, and it's Nico Collins, and there's no disguise to what he's doing. It's just a foot race. He takes off on the deep post. It's rookie Juju Brents who's in coverage on him, and another perfect throw down the field by C.J. Stroud. He's been doing it all week or all year long.
You talk about a stunner.
And the point is up, and it is good, guys. So 7-3, the Texans lead the Colts.
Pass of his season, and his
Get down on it. 75 yards, first play. That's well, CJ Stroud, guys. Man. Trying to find some of the stats here to see if we can get the stats. Do you guys like stats? Me to pull up stats in here? Let me know in chat. Anonymous, how you doing? Maldre in the house. My new little setup I got. So I actually programmed this guy right here, the scoreboard that you guys are seeing. I'm controlling that. So no more relying on ESPN, Yahoo, or whoever. I'm in control of it. So you guys can stay with me and I don't get behind or ahead or whatnot. I love you, Mama. boom, boom, boom. $30 for $30 library. So, first play right off the bat, man, Houston came out with banging. 75-yard touchdown pass to C.J. Stroud. Man, hit Nico Collins. What better way to start the game, right?
Start for the Texans. A 7-3 lead on the first play from scrimmage. A 75-yard touchdown.
Wow.
To a man who has just had a phenomenal year, Nico Collins, whose season is more than he had in his first 2 seasons in the NFL.
It's amazing, guys.
The proud Michigan Wolverine.
Michigan Wolverine. They'll be playing tomorrow night.
Home stadium, or his home stadium in Houston on Monday. And C.J. Stroud threw a beauty. Here's Downs on the return.
Oh, they're bringing it out.
Now
Just up to
the
23.
To the 25, and we'll go to the touchdown thrown a second ago.
Yeah, you see Nick Cross right here. He's the safety, but as soon as Dalton Schultz comes up the field, he's got to honor that, and it leaves then the deep post for Nico Collins on the outside, one-on-one on the rookie, Juju Brents, and I mean, just a perfect read then by
add another
C.J.
window
Stroud
here.
with time in the pocket, with the max protection. He's been one of the best deep ball throwers in the game this year. It's been really impressive to watch.
They're the first team to score on their first offensive play of the game this season. And they almost came away with an interception.
It's an incomplete pass.
Flashed in front of Alec Pierce, and it's 2nd down and 10.
Well, these corners, I really like them. And you think about the cornerstones that you mentioned the draft earlier and what they were able to do with Will Anderson and bringing him in. But a year ago, they brought in Derek Stingley, number 24 there, and he's an awfully good player. He's had a great sophomore season. And then opposite of him, Steven Nelson. I like both of those.
Here we go.
2nd down and 10. Will Anderson Jr. was in the medical team.
Oh, they get him sacked. There is a
Christian
sack.
Harris is already off to a great start. And Anderson is out of the medical tent. He's been dealing with a high ankle sprain. And on 3rd down and long, he'll come on to rush the passer.
Yeah, you're going to see here comes Christian Harris, and he's just left unblocked. He's able to hit it. They run a little game up front.
Daniel Berry, welcome, my friend.
Then there to pick him up. He's got a clean shot on Gardner Minshew.
Houston defense is stepping up.
They were unable to do in that Week 2 game was get to the quarterback. They did not have a sack in that game, but they got home there.
Coming off a 6-sack game.
And they hand it off up the middle.
This win and in situation.
He doesn't get much.
Taylor carries a gain of 9, and that'll be
Give him a gain of 9.
the Colts on their 2nd
They will have to punt.
Yeah, and Shane Steichen at that point just running the football, just trying to, really be conservative and not do anything too crazy at this point in the ball game and try to play as much field position as you can.
Rigoberto Sanchez is into the game, with Desmond King waiting for the Texans.
4th and 9. They get it away. 51-yard punt.
Fair catch.
Fair caught.
Inside the 25. 52-yard punt. Nothing on the return. Christian Harris with a sack. Off to a good start for the Texans, who lead by 4.
So they're off to a commercial break. But don't go anywhere. Stay right here with me, guys. Let me know where you guys are watching from. Also, who do you think is going to win? We got the poll rolling right now, and so far we have 2 votes. Everybody says Texans will win. Could be anybody's game. Colts got a great team as well, so we'll see what happens here. Let me see here. The Colts. What was their record? Their record officially. They're 9-7. They're both 9. I've realized that they were both 9-7. And Pittsburgh beat Baltimore earlier today. I did pick Baltimore in my fantasy pick. I just had a feeling that Baltimore would win. I knew they were setting a lot of their starters, so it is what it is. But already 0-1 in my fantasy picks. Well, they're long on these commercials here. Bum, 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 bum.
Hung out with fans at Colts touchdown town outside of Lucas Oil. Underwent season-ending surgery on his shoulder following an injury to the AC joint in Week 5 in a game here against Tennessee. Got 4 games under his belt. Got off to a good start in the Week 2 game at Houston. Had a couple of rushing touchdowns. Left that game with a concussion. And he is hoping that his new fans will get into this and try and bother C.J. Stroud. Second snap.
All right. Run up the middle.
Right up the gut for 5.
About a 5-yard gain on that
Look
run.
at the lineups, and we'll talk about that man, Bobby Slowick, who is a fast-rising assistant coach in the National Football League. Realize that C.J. Stroud tonight in this win-and-in game is without 3 of his top 5 targets on the outside. They lost Tank Dell with a fractured left fibula in Week 13. Robert Woods is inactive, as is Noah Brown here tonight.
Wow, another handoff.
Again, 3rd down and short coming up.
There's a little chirpy, little pushing around. Houston and Colts are
Really good up front. They have the 5th most sacks in the NFL, and 4 different players. The only team that can boast 4 with at least 7 sacks on their defense.
Yeah, they do it by committee. And the last time these teams played, this Colts defense had 6 sacks in that game, and they roughed C.J. Stroud up a lot. He was under pressure throughout that game, and one of the reasons why they opened up in max protection to take their shot.
Well, he's going to run it, and he's going to dive and get it.
First down.
It's such a great job by C.J. Stroud because it's not something he really does a lot of. Typically, when you see him get
Hello, Charles.
pocket,
How you doing, my friend?
But he knows exacally what the situation is.
How's your new
He
year
sees it
treating you,
open
my
up,
friend?
And he knows exactly where he needs to get to pick up that first down.
They're reviewing it. Looks like he dove, and he's able to get enough to have the first there. Crowd's booing a little bit. They did want him to challenge there.
First down with the ball at their own 35. That's caught. That's
Collins
His second
slipped.
Catch, and this one not as dramatic or as exciting as the first one, a gain of 6.
Well, Nico Collins, I mean, it's been a breakout year for him in his 3rd season. He's had more catches this season than what he had his first 2 years combined. And I know in talking with Bobby Slowick, first-year offensive coordinator, as to Nico Collins' development this year, he just totally bought into the way that they were coaching and what he was being asked to do. Ben McDaniels, the wide receivers coach, also coached him in college, and he has had a great year.
Singletary brought down short of first.
Wow, he gets slammed down.
Coming up again as Alubi made the tackle, a gain of 3. And Bobby Slowick is on this constantly growing coaching tree with Mike Shanahan at the top, Kyle Shanahan right below, and then all these great assistants who have become head coaches themselves.
It's pretty crazy how successful the Kyle Shanahan, Mike Shanahan tree has been. And the next in line is Bobby
3rd and 1.
He's done a good job with this group this year.
Good job by the Colts defense.
Oh, they hold him.
On 3rd and 1.
Wow. Good. How's your new year? My team lost against the Cardinals, and we have to go against the Giants. I know, my friend. The Cardinals are for real. They beat the Cowboys, my team, earlier, too. So
Indianapolis Colts. That's
Had a
where
great new
they're
year. My
strong,
voice is a little
is
raspy.
inside, and they showed it there. They flexed their
Kind of
muscle
playing
on
some of the
third
game
down and
audio.
short
It's
and force a punt.
my voice is not 100% right now.
That means that Cameron Johnston comes on with Josh Downs, the rookie. Typically, it's Isaiah McKenzie returning punts, but he's been suspended by the team for conduct detrimental to the team, and so he's not available. Johnston hits it end over end.
A fair catch.
So back to work is Gardner Minshew. It'll be possession number 3.
Bum, 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 bum. Hey, let me know what you guys, do you like the new scoreboard I have here? New little addition, I decided to program that and make that myself. Thought it'd look better than putting ESPN up, something I did. So far, let's see. NFL standings. Just pulling this up here. Oh, I appreciate it. I hope you do too as well, Charles. So, I don't like the look of ESPN's. I think it's Yahoo has a better one here. Yeah, so as far as the standings here, well, they have a playoff picture. Found one the other day. I cannot. Here it is. Okay. Yeah, here's a better playoff picture. So Pittsburgh's in playoffs. Indianapolis and the Colts. One of these teams, whoever wins, will be 10-7, the same as Pittsburgh, but it's also their division as well. Wow, the Jacksonville, Indy, and Houston are all 9-7 right now too. It's crazy how all these teams have the same record.
In the NFL, his first season, Troy, was your last season of 2000. He was the line judge for a Week 11 game against the Bengals, in which your Cowboys won 23-6 in Dallas.
Well, congratulations to Mark Perlman, and I know all his family's watching tonight on an outstanding career.
Good for him. Good for Taylor as he's got a first
Taylor
down.
with a big run there.
Whistled down after a gain of 14 by DeAndre Houston Carson, and we'll get a Will Anderson update from Lisa.
Okay. Joe, you already mentioned that Will Anderson Jr. has been in and out of the medical tent. I'll give you the report after the snap.
Okay, first down with the ball at the 27. Pressure off the edge, and the pass incomplete.
They rushed him.
Pierce,
That pressure threw him off.
You mentioned that Will Anderson Jr. had been in and out of the medical tent already since he came back on the field. No official designation, but he has been dealing with a right high ankle sprain. Told me he is not 100%. He missed a couple of games before coming back last week against the Titans. Played just 11 snaps in that game, but got 2 sacks. He said it would be the same this week. He would play a limited amount, mostly on passing downs.
Yeah, Lisa, in and out and back in there at the moment on 2nd and 10. They fake it to Taylor, and the pass is low.
Incomplete.
For the tight end, Will Mallory. 3rd down and 10.
Well, the Indianapolis Colts, they run more RPOs than any team in the league. And you got him reading the linebacker here, and he's got the shot. And right now,
guys, do you know what RPO is?
Just a little flustered because the Texans have been able to get
run
some
pass
pressure on
option.
him. And that was one you get it out in front of Mallory. He has an opportunity to make a play on the ball.
4 straight incompletions thrown by Minshew.
Oh, they're showing blitz. Texans are showing blitz up.
Jalen Petrie showed that blitz
Yes, the
early.
Eagles are in the playoffs.
Checks out of the play. Play clock at 0. And
Oh,
Minshew
he's got pressure.
is gonna
He
air
launches
out
it.
for Pierce and
It just
overthrown.
overthrows
Flag
him.
is down.
We do have a flag down. Yes, your Eagles are in
And we'll get the call.
playoffs. So
Holding. Office number 72. Penalty decline. Result of the play. 4th down.
It's against Braden Smith, who is in his second
So,
game back. And really
Eagles are the
bothered by
wild
that
card,
knee.
Charles.
Guilty of a hold. It's 4th down.
I think you look at this Texans defense and some
The
of the things
playoff
that they're doing, playing a
picture
little bit more man
is
coverage
still
than
kind
what
of
we've
shaping
seen
up.
them throughout
There's a
the
lot of things
season, getting a
happening,
little bit more
but I'll
pressure
show
as
you
well.
guys here in a little bit
Kinda
here at
mixing it
halftime
up,
what the
D'Amico
playoff picture is
Ryans
going to
is.
look like. And they will punt.
Sanchez will punt it with King waiting. Averaging just under 12 yards per return so far this season. King from just outside the 20. Nice initial move and a good return. And decent starting field position for the Texans. An offense coordinated by the man on the far left. Bobby
Yeah, so the
Slowick.
actual
Here's just
playoff
part of
picture.
that tree and young coaches, and I mean young, look at those faces, of the 2013 Washington staff. Slowick, Matt LaFleur, head coach of the Packers, Sean McVay, head coach of the Rams, Kyle Shanahan with a home field advantage with the top-seeded 49ers, and Mike McDaniel, the head coach, and just racking up yard after yard on offense with the Miami Dolphins.
Oh, pull it back here in a
First
second.
down, Stroud.
Stroud
Sideline, Schultz.
wide open, and he just overthrows him.
Well, he had a chance, but you go back to that.
Just a
to
touch
think
too much
that
on
all
that
of
one.
Those young coaches were in prominent roles in Washington for head coach Mike Shanahan, and of course Kyle learning from him, and then him going on to the San Francisco 49ers, and a lot of those coaches then continuing with him. They've all learned from him, and the way in which they run their offenses, the way these receivers come off the ball, the spacing, how they tie it in with the run game, they all do it, and they've all been effective.
Quick pass, he caught it.
That's on the edge and caught by Nico Collins. He's got 12 yards and a first down.
Well, and speaking of Bobby Slowick, you look at this group, and I know, Joe, you talked about the fact that Tank Dell has been out for the last several weeks. Tonight they're without Robert Woods. They don't have Noah Brown. They've had lineup changes in the offensive line throughout the season, and yet, as a first-year play caller and a rookie quarterback, they've been successful. They're 10th in the league in offense. They've moved the ball. It's been impressive to see. And it hasn't been easy because of all the things he's had to overcome with injury.
Here's a handoff to Singletary.
Doesn't get much on that one.
He got a yard. Slowick started with D'Amico Ryans as quality control coaches on the defensive side. He played receiver as a young man, but he got into this profession at the NFL level on the defensive side, and now he comes from a family of defensive coaches.
Yeah.
But now he is on the other side of the ball, and that's how he learned, the other side.
And when he went to San Francisco with Kyle Shanahan, Shanahan told him that the best offensive coaches he knows know defense, and this was his best pass.
Here's Singletary. Nice cutback. Third down after a gain of 4.
Well, Singletary, you look at the year that he's been able to have, it started
Dome.
this offense.
You hear that
with
dome?
Dameon Pierce is more of the bell cow, but then Pierce missed some time, so they had to rely on Devin Singletary, and he took control of the position. And he's been the guy really ever since. He's put some good games together here over the last 4 weeks.
Third down and 5.
Looks like somebody jumped.
Start on their Pro Bowl
Yeah.
left tackle Tunsil.
False start on Houston, so they're going to bull it back.
False start. Offense number 78. 5-yard penalty. Third down.
Just named to his 4th Pro Bowl, traded from the Dolphins. All 4 Pro Bowls wearing a Texans uniform, but a guy playing with a bad groin, and he got a head start.
Yeah, he did not play in that Week 2 game against the Colts when they gave up 6 sacks, and he really is
27 seconds to go in the first quarter, guys.
He's outstanding in pass protection. He was going up against Ebukam on the opposite side and was just trying to get out with that speed that Ebukam has.
3rd and 10, Stroud underneath. Collins won't get it. Speed was there to make the stop for the Colts, a gain of 7. And there'll be extra time for D'Amico Ryans to decide what he wants to do, because we are at the end of quarter number 1. Ball is in.
That is the end of the first quarter there, guys. And it's going to run out. They're going to run into the second quarter. So we're going to advance that forward. I need to stop that. Why does it do that? So this is a new program I'm messing with here, guys. So it's 15. Oh. Oh, I got a call coming. I'm live right now. So the playoff picture as we were looking at here. So got a minute here to look at it. So boom, boom, boom. So here's an update. So the NFL clinching scenario: Steelers win over the Ravens. So the Steelers beef up their playoff chances, beating the Ravens. Almost even odds. Colts playoff clinching scenario. So following the Steelers win, the Colts would clinch a playoff berth and keep their AFC chances. So they have to win. I think the same goes for the Texans as well. So let's see here.
All right, we start the second quarter. It's 4th down and 3. The ball is at the 46 of the Colts. 7-3 game, and the look is the Texans are going to punt, but
well, I like this decision. I think the Houston Texans, their defense
We're in
is
second
so
quarter,
well
guys.
right now. Gardner Minshew hasn't been able to really get it going just yet. That you would hate to not make it and then give the ball to the Colts here at midfield, but maybe if it was an offensive head coach, maybe you approach it a little bit differently, but not surprised by this call at all.
And the kick is away.
Johnston hits it end over end.
And it's, oh, they downed it inside the 5, close to the 1.
By D'Angelo
Wow.
Ross, and an absolutely perfect by
That was
KimbroNator.
perfect,
Yeah, I'll
guys.
say. You see his reaction. He liked it. This is outstanding.
And that's as good as it gets for punters in the National Football League.
That's as good as it gets. Yep, that's like throwing 4 touchdown passes, I'd imagine. Or 1 for that matter.
What do we have there, John Perry? Is somebody eligible? Did they just announce somebody's eligible?
Yeah, he brushed the front of his jersey.
Wait, what?
It's Josh Sills, 65.
You were still talking about that today.
Yeah, hopefully we're done with that.
Yeah, I agree.
There's 5 free yards.
Oh, they got him off sides.
That's a really good job.
Wow.
Neutral zone infraction. Defense number 97. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
And that's the benefit you have playing at home. So you're backed up. You can use hard
Yeah,
count.
they got him. They jumped cleanly on that
And
hard
you get
count.
an easy 5 yards. You do not use hard count when you're going in to score, because you're not going to gain much if you use it inside the 5 as opposed to getting backed up.
So that helps them give a little bit of
When
breathing
you're
room
backed up
here.
The way they are inside their 5-yard line on their 1. That's a good job by Minshew.
Minshew hands it
First down
off.
and 5. Taylor
Gets a nice
losing
run.
his footing, dives forward for 3.
Close to the 10. So
Second down and 2.
Well, they've gotten Taylor going. You know, here in the early going, he's running the football well. The issue for Indianapolis has been they just have not been able to sustain the drives because they can't convert once they get to third down.
Already over 60 rush yards allowed tonight by the Texans. That's more than they've allowed in either of their past 2 games total. Meaning both games under 60 yards as they hand for the first down. So there you go. You want to get that initial first down backed up from the 1.
back.
And that 6-yard carry by Taylor gets a fresh set.
They get a fresh set of downs
Early
here.
Second quarter.
Well, this is a Houston defense that has been really good this year against the run. Last year, it's the area where they've improved the most under D'Amico Ryans. Last year, they were the worst run defense in football. This year, they're third best. And yet, Indianapolis, going back to when they played earlier in the season, they ran the football very well, and they are again here tonight.
Here's a handoff.
Handoff on first down to Taylor.
Oh, they're picking him up. They have him picked up.
He is
Wow.
going to get 4.
They carried him
Taylor's
backwards.
Guys had a lot of success. 5 games against the Texans. His team is 4-0-1, and he's got 7 touchdowns from scrimmage, and he averages over 140 yards from scrimmage per game.
Well, he's just a heck of a player, and I know that things got off to a tough start for him, trying to get a contract done and the time that he's missed with injury. But right now, this is a defense for Texans.
Second and
has given up
6.
a lot of big plays this
Steps
year.
back.
Here's Taylor on a screen.
Screen.
Some
Oh,
blocking, and
he
he's
gets
about a yard short of a
slammed.
first down, knocked down by Perryman.
So now it sets up this third down. But what I was going to say, Joe, is the Colts, they've got Alec Pierce. He's really the big play threat for them, and he typically is the guy getting vertical and down the field. And this Texans defense has really struggled, giving up big plays, and we haven't seen it yet. But I expect to see here soon an opportunity to take a shot down the field and test this secondary a little bit.
3rd and 1.
Downs and Taylor ran.
Oh,
into each
looks
other.
like
And that'll bring up.
that's gonna hold them on 4th down.
Play when the rookie receiver Downs and Jonathan Taylor collided. It's 4th down.
Yeah, and this obviously, shouldn't happen. They're trying to time it up with the motion. He's going to help secure the edge, and in the backfield, they're not.
Oh, they
even
missed the
give the
horse
play
collar.
opportunity.
That's what they're booing about. They did
You
miss a
rep that in
horse
practice,
collar.
Obviously, Shane Steichen not happy about it at all. You rep it in practice, you've got it down, and then you get into the game, and
Now they're punting.
you just don't execute it.
Colts are 0 for 4, trying to convert on 3rd down. Sanchez hits a beauty. King backpedaling inside the 20.
Caught it. Wow, he's just making people miss like Barry Sanders style.
15-yard return after a 63.
11-11 is the time left in the second quarter.
The offense for the Texans in a win and in game in Indy.
SoFi is helping me get my money right to achieve my ambitions. Want to see? Like saving for the ultimate tail.
7-3. So this is a close game. This is the spread is calling it. So here's y'all's favorite song here, guys. At BK, have it your way, but they didn't do it. Boom, 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 boom.
At home, the crowd react when they showed this replay on the third down carry by Taylor. John,
yeah, he was definitely.
It's a legal horse collar because it's inside the pocket area.
Minshew was calling for the flag, but they didn't throw the flag, and they shouldn't have thrown the flag. Handled well by the crew.
Exactly.
The punt followed, and a first down for the Texans.
They got away with one there,
Quarterback
guys.
C.J. Stroud, who has yet to complete a pass to someone not named Nico Collins.
That's crazy. Look at his stats.
And the Colts are going to figure that out and take him out of this game at some point, or at least you would think they would. And not that that's a big surprise, because he's been their #1 target all year long.
If you're just joining us,
11-11.
game, and on the first play from scrimmage, the Texans hit a 75-yard
Here they go from the 30.
pass to Nico
Here's the
Collins
start.
for the go-ahead points. Here's Singletary, and
Nothing on that.
Gain
of 1 there.
Flying up from his safety spot to make that stop.
Bum, 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 bum.
Singletary so far 7 carries, 14 yards. So the ground game really has not gotten untracked yet for the Texans.
No, they haven't gotten that going, but what we have seen of the Texans is they've mixed in a lot of different offensive personnel, and they do that a little bit anyway, but they've done a little more of it here in this first half, primarily because of the players they're having to play without.
Here is Mechie. John Mechie, second-year player from Alabama, second-round pick, gets 5. Third down.
They're making it.
Well, I do like him, and you know,
third and short, guys.
In this ball game
Can they do it here?
Because of the injuries to Noah Brown and Robert Woods.
They got Elvis is in the building, guys. They just showed him. So Elvis is in the building in Indy.
Collins, 3rd and 4.
Steps back. He's got plenty of time. He's got enough for a first.
The tight end made the grab. That tackle was made on Schultz by E.J. Speed, a gain of 5.
Yeah, Stroud's got a little bit of pressure in the pocket. He's able to hang in there. I thought on the outside, the Colts do a pretty good job of covering up the receivers. But Dalton Schultz, you're going to see as he works to the middle of the field, he just sets up right there, and Stroud's able to see him and put it right on him. So a good third down conversion.
That was a nice ad by Nick Caserio, the general manager. 1-year deal for Schultz, who put up some big numbers in Dallas, to give Stroud a tight end that he can throw to.
And there's, oh, just a little bit high. Ty Abbott, I love you too, man. Welcome to the stream.
In coverage.
How are you doing? 9:09 to go in the second quarter. Houston is up 7-3.
In the middle of his defense.
They got a little bit of a
Stroud, his first play, 75-yard touchdown pass to Nico. So this is a great game here, guys. It's a close game.
Dalton Schultz will typically make.
Gotta love it. Luke Oglesby, how are you guys doing, guys? Y'all rocking and rolling tonight. Y'all playing some Fortnite?
Between the tackles, gets 3.
much there.
Grover Stewart, who was suspended for 6 games, came back week 14, suspended for the PED violation, is a big run stuffer. He was there to make that stop, and he checks out on 3rd and 7.
Yeah, a little different defensive front when Big Grover Stewart's out there on the field.
You guys been doing great. You've been having a great New Year's. And what do you guys think about all my content here lately? All the NFL content. And he's... Oh! He does not have enough for a first. He is short. He's a yard short.
Down at the 50, and he's a half-yard short of a first down.
I think they go for it. What do you guys think?
With the strong tackle back after missing last week with a back injury, and the Texans will go for it.
Yeah, they're
you got to go for this one. No hard count, just get up there and go.
It's a really nice
if it was the Eagles, they would do the brotherly shove.
They're going to throw a flag
No,
on the Texans, which may change the decision. Movement before the snap.
Wow. That's crazy.
Second of the night.
Yeah, keep hitting that like button, guys. Be sure to hit those like buttons. Share with your family, friends.
Yep, you see it right
it's
there.
free. It doesn't cost you guys anything.
Just, yeah, that's the second time they've got him. Tyquan Lewis, he's out there pointing at him, trying to get that flag thrown, and they finally did.
I love you, Dad. Braden
so
Odom.
For it,
oh my goodness, you guys are crazy.
The punter comes out.
Yeah, it's a big penalty.
Anonymous.
Johnston hits it. Kind of sideways.
Colts got it? You think the Colts got it? We'll see. We will see here.
The 11.
At the 11-yard line.
44-yard punt. All the scoring early. 7-3.
Yeah, the scoring was all on their first drives of the game. Colts drove down, settled for a field goal. They moved the ball great, and then the Texans, C.J. Stroud, throws a bomb. 75-yard TD pass, Nico on the first play. And that's it. That's all the scoring we have so far. So it's been a defensive battle so far. And some great punts by Houston, too. So, you guys are awesome. Texas on top. Yeah, but it's anybody's game. Like I was looking earlier. Let's see. Let me pull it back up here. I found it a while ago. It's not that one. Oh, it's this one here. So here's the bracket here. So following the games, here's what they got on the Colts so far. You don't really watch football, just supporting fam. I appreciate that, man. It means a lot to me for you to do that. I've had a sleepover at the crib. Good deal. You guys enjoying your breakout from school? Nice. Yeah, they got Houston next as well, so their playoff clinching scenario, they have to win. So it's a do or die for these two teams. So these gonna go down the wire. They're both 9-7, so they're right there. So right there at 10 wins. I mean, C.J. Stroud, in my opinion, he's got to be Rookie of the Year. They have to give that to C.J. Stroud. That's my opinion. He's phenomenal.
At 7:30 Eastern on ESPN from NRG Stadium in Houston. We'll have pregame coverage all day. Have you covered for the game on every platform. So many ways to watch and listen to the biggest game of the year. Nico Collins.
Transition it back. All right, we're back. Game is starting back up now.
Go for the title.
And be sure, guys, I'm covering the
beating Alabama in the Rose Bowl in
Washington and Michigan on Monday night, the national championship. So we're going to be covering that game as well.
Of yours on the field, former 49ers head coach and the head man in Michigan.
Yeah, with restriction stuff, I cannot show video. So
team back in 1995. A lot of speculation about whether or not he'll come to the NFL after this ball game.
From the 11.
Oh, he had his hands on it, but was not able to bring it in.
Stingy Jr. right there for Houston.
Do y'all like this format of the stream? Is this, I mean, your opinion, does this look good? What do you guys think? Where I've got this, forgot to set up the scoreboard.
And you get a chance to pick up some really positive yards. That ball's laid out there just perfectly.
I ran a few seconds off.
Mo Alley Cox, former basketball player back in college, and those are the plays that he typically makes. Big target running right up the seam.
Big shot blocker in college at Virginia Commonwealth. They would chant, Mo says no, when he'd block a shot.
I love it.
Here's Moss.
It's a nice run. Can y'all hear the audio okay from the game? Is that cool?
Michael Penix Jr. playing in that championship game. Played here in the state of Indiana at IU from 2018 through 2021. Battled some injuries. And his Huskies beat the Longhorns 37-31 in the Sugar Bowl. So it's going to be fun. And it's Monday night from Houston.
Yeah, those games last week, they lived up to the billing. And, you know, a lot like this game here tonight. It's just when you get to that point.
3rd and 4, guys.
Season, it's a shame that anybody has to go home and lose in those semifinals.
Boy, you're getting soft in your
well, a little bit.
Here is
oh, that defense. Woo. They're flying to the ball.
Jonathan Taylor got just 2, and this defense for D'Amico Ryans is flying around.
Yeah, I don't know if you can say enough for what D'Amico Ryans has meant to this defense. A year ago, they were 3rd worst in yards allowed. They were 5th most points allowed. And then they were last in the NFL in run defense, and they have really improved across the board. And with the playoffs on the line here tonight, they have shown up. The Colts
here's
are
a
still
punt
to convert on a 3rd down.
Line drive punt, a little room in front of Desmond King, who gets to the sideline. And really good starting field position for the Texans, leading 7-3. There's D'Amico. His group was ready tonight.
Yeah, this game it's a defensive game here. I mean, they're going back and forth. You know, we've had the 2 scores at their first drives, but I mean, honestly, this is crazy how they're going back and forth. So you can see the stats over here. Nico's got 4 receptions for 100 yards, 1 TD. Pittman Jr. 3 for 21. Taylor's been doing the damage for the Colts with his run-ins, 11 for 60. Minshew's a 5 for 11, 29 yards. That's not that great. But look at C.J. Stroud, 7 for 9, 116 yards. If he's not in rookie of the year, I mean, I don't know what you're thinking. He's had probably one of the better rookie seasons out of rookie quarterbacks I remember in the last while. So there's not many this season that have done that good, in my opinion. I think he would probably be the better one. You guys like the scoreboard? I mean, it's a new scoreboard. I actually built this scoreboard below me here. I coded it. It's all in HTML. So I've coded that scoreboard. I have start stop buttons and the whole 9 yards on my other screen here that I can control it. So it's a neat little program. I've decided to do that instead of relying on ESPN or Yahoo. I'm running my own stuff on my stream. So, yeah, of course, this is off of ESPN is what this is coming off of. And these commercials, they drag on forever.
They start chanting Miko as D'Amico Ryans was welcomed back to the organization February 2nd. You think they don't love this man for the way he carried himself? 2nd round pick out of Alabama in 2006, the defensive rookie of the year, had a great playing career, 2-time Pro Bowler with the Texans. Just a really sharp, nice man, and they were excited to get him back. Cal McNair, chairman and CEO, made a good hire. It's on display here tonight.
Yeah, he sure did. And D'Amico Ryans had opportunities elsewhere, but he was really looking forward to getting back.
And it's a pitch out, guys. They're running Singletary right up to the 50-yard line.
Field position of the game so far for the Texans, and a team that got points on their first play from scrimmage, but have 3 punts since. A gain of 7.
Well, that's his best run of the night. They've had a real tough time running the football, and it's not that Indianapolis has been great this year in defending the run. They're kind of middle of the pack, but they really struggled running the football back earlier in the season as well. So this offensive line has struggled against this defensive front inside, and but yet Bobby Slowick has tried to remain balanced in his approach with the game plan.
CJ Stroud, plenty of time. Ooh.
He's got his big receiver, Saubert. And just his 3rd catch of the year, 3rd string tight end.
First and 10 now.
And a first down.
Yeah, and CJ Stroud just showing some of the patience that he has and not trying to force anything down the field. Got a nice gain on first down. Comes back, 2nd and medium. And they do a good job covering everything up. Great protection up inside. And is able to drop it off and pick up the first down.
They're on the 45-yard line of the Colts.
First down at the 45. Hand to
Singletary. And Singletary with a 6-yard gain.
First play from scrimmage. And this beauty to Nico Collins.
Yeah, this was just really well designed. And you never know if you're really going to get the opportunity. You have it in the game plan. You have it as the first play of the game. Will you get the look and be able to take the shot? Everything lined up perfectly. You got the safety who's dropping in, and one-on-one to Nico Collins, and a perfect throw.
Trying to get the ground game going. Singletary had to change direction.
Singletary.
3rd down and short coming up.
Make it a 3rd and short for him.
I do like Devin Singletary. I liked him when he was at Buffalo and the things that he was able to do. And as I mentioned earlier, he really kick-started this running game when he took over. Does a good job of making people miss, but this is that area of the field where is D'Amico Ryans right now saying, hey, we're going to go for it on 4th down? I believe that he would, and that would then affect what they do here on 3rd.
Throw to Collins.
Oh, they got it.
First down plus, breaking tackles, and sets
wow.
First and goal.
First and goal.
What a night, what a half.
Inside the 10, nice run.
As he picks up on this play 32 yards.
He's just gotten better and better as this season has gone along. Zaire Franklin, number 44, he's trying to get over there to make a play. Doesn't take a great angle, but this is where Nico Collins has really excelled. And he's so competitive and good at the point of the catch, but his yards after the catch are excellent.
First and goal. Toss to Singletary, blocking in front, and Singletary is knocked down at the 4. 4-yard pickup is Ebukam, who's done a great job rushing the quarterback, made that tackle. Winner of this game is in the playoffs. Winner of this game has a shot in winning the division.
Oh, I thought I hit my start button.
2nd and goal.
Well, the 2 guys that he likes to target down here, of course, Nico Collins at the top of the screen, and then Dalton Schultz at top.
Didn't realize I didn't hit the start button again.
He hands to Singletary.
Singletary breaks a tackle, almost gets in.
Good job just to get that ball inches inside the 2.
Boy, he really did. That's some really good running inside because it did not look like there was much there at all. He just kept knifing his way through it. And a big game.
Coming up on the 2-minute warning. Texans hurry it up. And we're at the 2-minute warning. 3rd down and goal when we come back.
There, that's a 2-minute warning,
Texans
guys.
trying to add to their 7-3 lead.
Bum, 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 bum. Monday night. But it's actually Saturday night. You know, that's the song that they would do for Monday night. Bum, bum, bum. Yeah, so there's a scenario for the Texans. They have to win. Colts have to win as well to have a chance. Stroud and Cam Newton, 2011, are the only rookies in the century to have multiple 75-yard TD passes. That's a pretty impressive stat. This century, since 2000. You have to go back before that to have another guy that's done it. Here's the percentages. And they're coming back, guys.
It's third down and goal here.
Third and goal for the Texans. They can really put another touchdown on here. Let's see what they do.
Stroud.
Wide open. Nobody on him. Beck was standing in the end zone like, here I am. And he hits him. Wow, they're all excited.
Third career touchdown catch for Andrew Beck. And the Texans add to their lead.
Well, there's nothing complicated about this play. He just comes off the ball, gets across the back line, and just a total blown coverage. You had two guys covering the flat. Safety runs to the flat area as well, and Beck is probably as surprised as anybody to be getting that ball that open.
14-3 game.
14-3 game.
151, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, 8 plays, 57 yards, 4 minutes and 26 seconds for Mills off the clock.
After getting 3 points on their first possession, back to the touchdown.
Yeah, you're going to see Rodney Thomas, and as Beck comes off the ball, you know, both of them.
So they kicked it off, and it's touchback.
That's as easy as it gets for Andrew Beck.
Started the game with Nick Cross, the second-year pro at safety with Ronnie Harrison. Here's a handoff.
It's a good start for Indianapolis. They got to do something here, guys.
Start the drive off with a running play to kind of get things going, so you can get on the ball and kind of start putting a little bit of pressure here on this defense, and that's immediately what Minshew does.
Steps back. He's got a little bit of pressure.
They're able to escape trouble, and now downfield. There's a strike to Downs. For now, they're calling it a catch.
I don't know what.
Downs was down by contact. A 16-yard.
They're reviewing it.
What a catch
that was a catch. He's underneath it. They didn't know what to do. Looks like a blown.
Pass is caught by Taylor, but brought down immediately by Blake Cashman. And the crowd.
There's a penalty flag. I'm not sure what's happening. There's a lot going on here.
And a flag did come down. It's on the boundary. Here's the call.
12 men, defense, 5-yard penalty, repeat first down.
You're going to see what happened. They get to the line, and Houston trying to get these guys substituted. And
yeah, they didn't get them off in time.
4 running on, 4 trying to get off, and
still 1:04 left. The ball is at, well, just inside the 44. First down and 5 as Josh Downs now has a franchise rookie record with his 66th catch of the season.
1:04. They're fixing to snap the ball. He's getting pressured, and they. Oh man, he shovels it, but I think he may have been down.
It's an incomplete pass, but a flag
it's incomplete.
Will Anderson Jr. had pressure, and a flag came flying in the secondary.
Illegal contact. Defense number 5. 5-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
There you go. Illegal contact.
Jalen Petrie, their safety.
Well, Petrie was over there because they brought the slot blitz, and Petrie cheated over to that side. You're going to see that he comes over, and then off the edge, you've got Christian Harris, who had lined up over there at the slot area, and Minshew really didn't see it, but they got Petrie with the penalty.
He grabbed Kylan Granson on Kylan's way by. That's the 4th penalty on the Houston defense.
59 seconds to go.
And the
looks
hard
like
count got the Colts.
Hard count. Offsides on the Colts.
Offense number 11. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
That was Pittman, who was out wide to the right.
Well, we've seen a couple of these false starts now. We've seen Houston, of course, with Laramie Tunsil, and now on this side. And you know, you get into a game like this, and like we talked about, these were 2 teams that didn't win a lot of games a year ago, and they all know what's at stake too for this game here tonight.
Minshew throws it out just a little bit high.
Still all 3 timeouts, so anything they want to do play-wise is available to them with 54 seconds left.
Yeah, they still got plenty of time, and you know, if you have a shot down the field, really didn't have much of an opportunity on that play trying to get the ball into Pittman. He did have one-on-one with Alec Pierce, and he chose not to work his direction. But right now, you just try to get as much as you can. See if you can't. If you have it down the field, take it. If not, see if you can make it a more manageable 3rd down.
Pump fake.
Fakes it.
Shot from Mo Alley. Cox
and he just overthrows it. Man.
So they go for the home run. strike out with that, and now it's 3rd down and 15.
Boy, he
Third
sure
and
had him
15
too, and
now.
it was not a double move by Mo Alley Cox, but Steven Nelson is the corner, but he bites because in the pocket, Gardner Minshew, he pump fakes it and gets Steven Nelson right here. When he pumps it right there, Steven Nelson flattens off, and that's why Mo Alley Cox was able to get in behind him. And those are the plays. You don't get many opportunities like that, especially in a meaningful game like this. And as we move forward into the postseason, and you just can't miss those.
Trying to get some yardage for a field goal try, you would assume.
They do a nice run up the middle.
And it's Taylor who takes it inside the 35. And a timeout is taken, and then the decision, which is right now, the field goal unit comes on for the Colts.
Well, the offensive player started to run off the field, but Shane Steichen told him to get back out there on the field. So, we'll see what he's going to decide to do.
Well, right now, Matt Gay is headed out there. So we'll see. Timeout is taken with, 40 seconds left in the half. This is the start of what's going to be a fun weekend. We had the Steelers winning. We've got the Texans winning here so far with a half to go.
Houston took the timeout.
Games all day tomorrow with playoff implications everywhere you look.
Yeah, it's going to be fantastic as we move through tomorrow and sort out, all this with the playoff picture and who's going where and who's in and all that comes with it in Week 18 and then on into the postseason, which obviously the best time of year.
It was Houston that called the timeout before the 52-yard try by Matt Gay.
Oh, he nails it right down the middle.
Who nails it. And it's an 8-point game. Talking about Sunday on Sunday NFL Countdown. Everything you need to know about Sunday's playoff stakes headed into the final day of the regular season. Plus Adam Schefter with the latest news on possible coaching changes. A wild NFL Sunday starts with NFL Countdown, 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN. In case you're wondering, these two teams and their fans will be planted, at least the winning side, in front of the TV as the Jaguars play at the Titans early tomorrow afternoon.
Yeah, and to go back to what you just said, that's kind of the dark side of this business that keeps Adam Schefter certainly busy, that as we move through this weekend and what jobs are going to open up, and could be anywhere from 6 to 10 openings and how those might get filled. But you certainly hate this time of year with some of these coaches and how that affects these coaching staffs as well.
35 seconds left in the half. 2 timeouts for the Texans, who also get the ball to start the second half.
Gonna let it go in the end zone.
Has been as advertised, and in their first primetime game of the season, he's been outstanding.
Yeah, he really has, and what a way to start the game with great protection up front. And when you have that and to be able to deliver the ball the way that he did, and this was him hanging in the pocket, picking up that third down to Dalton Schultz. But just a great way to start that game with the big play down the field that really, whatever nerves he had, certainly settles you down in a hurry. Because like we talked about, although he's been in big games, certainly in college, this is essentially a playoff game for him.
Hutchinson with a stutter step.
Ball start. Offense number 19. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Stroud tonight, 2 touchdown passes, 2 incompletions. That was the 3rd false start on Houston tonight. And you see where he sits, 5 yards shy of becoming the 5th rookie quarterback to get to 4,000 yards in the season.
I think I got to 4,000 my 3rd year in the league.
Total.
That's right. No, total. Yeah, not in one. I never had 4,000 in a season. And hey, Twitter, I don't need to hear from everybody either, okay?
It's X. It's X.
Oh, that's right.
You got it in year 2, John Parolin tells me, in 1990. You got up to 4,000.
I don't think so.
Well, I don't doubt him. I mean, he's looking at the internet.
Are you that bored down there, John? Are you surfing the net?
Timeout is taken by the Colts. before a 2nd down and 15 as they try to get the ball back here before the half, down by 8. Here's a playoff picture. We knew coming in to the day that the Ravens will be the top seeded team. They have the bye next week. Road to the Super Bowl, which will be in Vegas, goes through Baltimore as long as they win. They're the division leaders, but that game on Sunday night on NBC with the Dolphins hosting the Buffalo Bills is for the division, and a flip-flop in spots and where they would sit on that list.
Pretty impressive what Buffalo was able to string together to make that game what it means.
Here is a toss to Singletary.
They're just running it, trying to run the clock. They're rolling it.
Indy, and they call it with 23 seconds left. So they're down to 1. Take a look at C.J. Stroud before the
Indy's
game.
down to 1 timeout now.
What he does to get ready. This is, I mean, he's got a whole bag he brings with him out to the field to get ready. He is baseball. He's got that. He's got basketball. He's got every sport covered.
Yeah, he sure does. That's impressive. I did watch him warm up when he actually put a football in his hand, and I was impressed with some of what he was doing that I don't typically see from a lot of quarterbacks. He was working on the deep ball. I don't know if that's a weekly thing for him or if it was something he was working on tonight, knowing that it was the first play of the game that was going to be the call and maybe a shot.
3rd down and 12, and this
he throws it in the ground.
With 18 seconds left and a timeout
4th and 12
for the Colts.
Wow.
So opportunity to make it a little tighter here before half as they're about to get it back.
Yeah, they got a little bit of a chance, and you know, if they can create one big play after they get this ball back, but pretty good job back there on the secondary and not giving Stroud really anywhere to go with the football.
It's a 3-and-out that lasted just 17 seconds for Houston. Cameron Johnston will let it fly with Josh Downs, the rookie, waiting. And he just got rid of it fast and hit a good one. Trying to avoid the block. Downs looking for something. And now just 7 seconds remain. 10-yard return and a tackle by Jake Hansen.
Well, that one play that I was talking about, it's going to have to be one really good play. This is going to pay off for Shane Steichen in this offense.
You and I were there when Minshew Mania took off, when Gardner was a rookie back in 2019. His second start beat Tennessee in the national spotlight 20-7 on September 19th. His first win. He had come into that game off his first start and a loss, ironically enough, to the Texans the week before.
Probably the last play. We're good, Delta.
No jumping by the defense, and Minshew
Time has expired.
The rest of the clock with that little move out to his right. And it's an 8-point game.
And that is the
at the half. Crowd a little
halftime.
frustrated. Texans are not. They get the ball to start the second half, and we'll send it down to Lisa Salters.
D'Amico, you've been jumping up and down, cheering up on your defense on the sidelines. Just what do you like the way your defense has been playing?
I really like the energy we're playing with. We're getting off on third downs, making some really critical stops. Guys are playing well. Just got to tackle better there. We let out some leaky runs. Our guys are playing with awesome energy.
This is C.J. Stroud's first game in prime time. The stakes are high. Just how do you think he's played so far?
Yeah, he's ready. He's ready for his moment. He's been calm, collected, making great decisions with the football, and he's the reason why we have an opportunity here.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
Yes, CJ's ready, and D'Amico Ryans has been ready for this chance as the head man with the Texans. All-State halftime is coming up. It's a win and in here in Indy with a half to go. Stay tuned. Halftime coming up.
I'm a guy who lost a bet and my dignity. Get out of the way!
As if watching my team lose wasn't punishment enough. What are you looking at, huh? What are you? It's a 1-speed. And if you have cut rate car insurance, odds are you'll be paying for that yourself. So get Allstate. I'd be better protected from mayhem, like me. Hey, I'm walking here.
This is the Allstate Halftime.
Welcome to the Allstate Halftime with Ryan Clark. I am Scott Van Pelt. Texans carry a 14-6 lead into the locker room. Ryan, we talked leading up to this game about C.J. Stroud.
Yeah.
Very first play, they give him an opportunity to make a play. It's a 75-yard touchdown. They bookend that with a second touchdown.
Yeah.
What do you most like about the Texans' approach and trust?
I love the aggression. Right, we talked before the game that we all trusted C.J. Stroud to be ready for this moment. Well, Bobby Slowick, the offensive coordinator of the Texans, didn't make us wait to see if C.J. Stroud was ready for this moment. They had the exact correct play dialed up for the coverage that they wanted, and he took that shot immediately. There was also a shot later to Dalton Schultz he missed, but he was perfect on this drive, making all the right decisions that you even said sort of bookend the first drive of the half. And so when you look at the Houston Texans, they understand the people they have offensively, more importantly, the quarterback, and they're playing to his strengths, while the Indianapolis Colts aren't being aggressive at all.
Felt massive that the Colts at least got a little bit closer because the Texans get the ball coming out of the locker room. Just a quick thought on the Colts. They seem like they've been really timid play calling.
You know, they had the one shot they took late in the half to Mo Alley Cox. But other than that, this team hasn't pushed the football down the field, and I don't think they've taken enough chances to go out and win the football game. They have to change that in the second half.
At some point, as they trail at this point by 8, they're going to have to take chances. And again, the Texans do get the first crack at it in the second half. The first game on Saturday, not a win and you're in situation, but the Steelers knew what they had to have. And Ryan Clark's former squad gets this Mason Rudolph, Deontay Johnson pass. One play might have been enough to swing it. That gave the Steelers the lead. They turned a turnover into more points, and that final margin was 7. Late in this game, however, T.J. Watt, a grade 3 sprain of the knee is the report initially after the game, and Mike Tomlin with thoughts on one of the very best defenders in the game and what that absence means.
TJ is being evaluated with a knee injury. I'll have more information probably next time we get together. Obviously disappointed in that, but you know, there are challenges in the game of football, there are challenges in life, and so we'll deal with it, whatever it may be.
Did he try to come back in after getting evaluated on the sideline or anything?
I don't know that.
The path to the playoffs for the Pittsburgh Steelers is somewhat complicated. It starts with a win. They got it, but Adam Schefter, it came at a cost. T.J. Watt injured in this one. What can you tell us about the severity of that injury?
Scotty went to the locker room, and the initial testing showed a grade 3 sprained MCL pending further testing in Pittsburgh on Sunday. And then we'll see if it does confirm the initial diagnosis. Either way, it certainly seems like it's going to be challenging for Watt to make it back for the postseason.
I'll be right back, guys.
The Steelers are able and fortunate enough to get one of the scenarios that they need this weekend. But T.J. Watt does have the grade 3 sprained MCL, Scott.
Adam, thank you. That reaction from Watt on the field, pretty telling. They say a player tends to know when he or she is injured. All right, coming up Monday night, a national champion will be crowned between Michigan and Washington. Kirk Herbstreit. What decides it? We'll discuss next.
You're watching the Allstate Halftime. Allstate, you're in good hands.
I'm a guy who lost a bet and my dignity. Get out of the way! As if watching my team lose wasn't punishment enough. What are you looking at, huh? What are you? It's a 1-speed.
All right, I made it back. So, I got some stats here I was pulling up. There's the odds. Here are some of the chances for 11 teams. Final 5 playoff berths models. So here's the chances for the Bills, Steelers. Texans are way down here. Packers, they got a chance. Buccaneers, Saints. These teams are basically out of it.
There's a position for everybody. We
So,
run and we throw. We jump and we fly.
This game right here is our game.
Name a country for an edit. An edit. Too good for Warner? I'm not sure what you mean by that, man. Name a country for edit. What do you mean by that?
Plus, Adam Schefter with the latest news on possible coaching changes. A wild NFL Sunday starts with us. NFL Countdown, 10 a.m. Eastern on ESPN.
So that's been quite a game this first half. So, 14-6. The Colts are not out of it. Down by 8. You know, their second half. I think the biggest thing for the Colts, they got to get something going on the running. They got to sustain their drives with their run game and their passing game. They're not doing that right now. So that's going to be the big thing coming back the second half for the Colts, is to come back in and do that. Can they do it? We'll have to see. It doesn't look good for them at the moment. A country like the U.S. or U.K. UK? How about UK? We'll go with that. So those guys new dropping in here, all I ask is just drop a like on the stream. It's free. It's the best way to support me, and it helps boost my YouTube algorithm. So be sure to just drop that like button. It means the world to me for you guys to do that. So Colts, I don't know. You can see the stats. Gardner Minshew, he's at 6 for 15, 45 yards passing. CJ Stroud's pretty solid though right now. 10 for 13, 151 yards with 2 TDs. I mean, can we say rookie of the year? I mean, that's what I would like to say. He's doing great this game so far as well. So I would nominate him if it was up to me. I would nominate him for rookie of the year for sure. But it's not up to me. So it is what it is, guys. But I do have my little buddy here that I was given for my birthday a few years ago. I'm Groot. You know? From Guardians of the Galaxy, he's a character. So only line he says is, "I am Groot." Let's see here. Has anybody seen any new movies lately? If so, what's your favorite movie? One that I've seen that I've really liked, highly recommend here lately is Iron Claw. If you have not seen that, it's a great movie to go see. Got a lot of good games tomorrow, guys, so be sure to check out tomorrow these games. I will not be on until the night game. Son's got a birthday party, so we'll be at that. But be sure to check out these games tomorrow. There should be a lot of good games tomorrow. I mean, next up you got Cleveland takes on Cincinnati and Cincinnati, Detroit and Minnesota, Jacksonville, Tennessee, New England takes on the New York Jets, New Orleans and Atlanta, Tampa Bay, Carolina, Chicago and Green Bay. But Chicago and Green Bay would be a great game too. Denver takes on the Raiders. New York Giants take on the Eagles. Seattle versus Arizona. Chargers versus Kansas City. San Francisco versus the Rams. Dallas versus Washington. And Buffalo versus Miami. Bum, 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 bum. All right.
I think if you're Indianapolis, I mean, they just have not gotten anything
Here's
out of the
Aikman.
passing game. They've yet
Here's
to
his
convert a
opinion on
third down. I think looking at this, that they're still in it in a one-possession game is a little bit surprising for no more than they've been able to do. They've gotten Jonathan Taylor.
And
going,
we're about to kick it
they're
off
gonna
here,
have to
guys.
Get more from what they've had from Gardner Minshew there in that first
And
half.
it looks like it's going to be a
As you're looking
touchback.
at the numbers for the quarterbacks, you see what C.J. Stroud, who we're about to see, has been able to put together. 3 incompletions, 2 touchdowns, 151 yards. And really no traction for the offense and Gardner Minshew at the controls so far with a half to go. And again, the winner of this game is into the postseason. The loser is finished for the 2023-24 season. Big first half for Nico Collins. 5 catches, 129 receiving yards and a touchdown. There he is. Why not?
Wide open.
First play in the
First
half
play.
went for 75 and a touchdown. This one for 22.
Yeah, why not? I mean, they come right out.
He's
to
picking
start
apart
this
the
second
defense.
half
He's
and
good.
Play action, and they've got one-on-one on the outside, and you're going to see. I mean, the amount of time that C.J. Stroud has back there in the pocket, Nico Collins, and that's what's a little bit perplexing to me is the night that he has had, and granted, 75 yards of that was on the opening play, but he's the one threat that they have offensively because of the fact they're shorthanded with these other injuries, and yet, you know, he's been having a career night.
Setting up a screen for Singletary, who stumbled and ends up with a short gain of 1. You saw Juju Brents on the sideline, the rookie corner who grew up in Indy. He was in coverage on that completion to Collins to start this second half, and they're checking his leg over on the sideline as the Colts start 2 rookies, big guys, 6'2" and 6'3" in Jalen Jones and Juju Brents.
Boy, they've been through a lot of corners. You know, they've had their issues in the secondary, and they're certainly young with the 2 rookies, like you said, and they get a lot thinner if he's not able to go.
Offsides.
And another false start.
That's offense.
5-yard penalty, still second out.
It's against Saubert. Take a look at where Nico Collins sits with his 1,000-yard season. Brandon Cook's on the list for the Texans, who came into the league in 2002. DeAndre Hopkins, Andre Johnson, the most times, 7 times. He was a 1,000-yard plus receiver for Houston.
No, and like we talked about, this has been his breakout year, and I think we're going to see these types of seasons in the future from him.
Big pressure and
Oh, he's sacked. They sacked him on that one.
And the former All-Pro makes a big play when the Colts needed most.
Boy, he sure did. And true to form with Gus Bradley as a defensive coordinator, it's a 4-man rush. Here he is right here inside, but it's this edge pressure coming here that has to allow Stroud then to step up in the pocket, and Big DeForest Buckner is there to make the sack.
His 8th of the year. And it's 3rd and 21. Collins, not much.
Well, this Colts team hasn't really given this crowd much to get behind them over, but they did a nice job, especially to come out to start this second half after the completion to Nico Collins to begin this possession and then force a punt. So they do their job, and now we'll see what Indianapolis is able to do after coming out at halftime.
The punt from Johnston with Josh Downs waiting. Good snap from Weeks. End over end. No fair catch, and Downs, who returned punts in college, is able to get a little breathing room for the 6-yard return. DeForest Buckner.
At TriFast, and always free drive up at Target.
You'll love this. So much space. Wait till you see the kitchen. Oh, another door. Oh, another door. You can really get lost in this place. Pretty sure we are.
Oh boy.
Where are we? Oh.
Where's the kitchen?
Is this a bedroom?
At least we could bundle our home and car insurance with Geico.
You could save a lot. Square footage is good for resale.
Finding a perfect home is hard. Thankfully, Geico makes it easy to bundle and save.
Do you know how to get out?
Whoa, the new iPhone 15. With that amazing camera, I wish my family had them.
Zoe, you're an action star. Take action. Join T-Mobile and get 4 new iPhone 15s on them and 4 lines for $25 a line.
With that camera, I'll be sharing pics from the slopes.
You do not want to see yourself skiing.
Yeah, I'm good at skiing. Your stunt woman is.
This holiday at T-Mobile, get 4 new iPhone 15s on us and 4 lines of unlimited for $25 a line.
What do you think of the jacket? You look like a marshmallow.
Did you know you waste 200 hours a year hand washing dishes? Switch to your dishwasher and Cascade Platinum Plus. All you have to do is scrape, load, and you're done. Cascade Platinum Plus. Dare to dish differently.
The XFL and the United States Football League have announced plans to merge.
Let's ball out, baby!
This will bring together 2 of the best spring leagues we've ever seen.
The United Football League has arrived.
Here we go.
Welcome back to Indianapolis. I talked to Colts head coach Shane Steichen coming out of the locker room, and he said, we cannot get backed up in the field position game the way we did in the first half. He said, we got backed up and just were not able to create any explosive plays. As for being over on 3rd downs, he said, we've just got to execute better, play together, and find a way to get it done. Joe, the Colts have
season. This, talk about backed up, this is the 4th time tonight the Colts start inside their 20 after a punt. So a nice job by Cameron Johnston, the punter for the Texans, and Minshew so far tonight. In that first half, Troy was 2 for 9 on throws deeper than 5 yards downfield. That's got to get better.
No doubt. And you've got to get big plays if you're going to score, and it all ties in together. But yeah, Cameron Johnston, I mean, he's been a real weapon for this Houston team.
Wow, wide open right up the middle.
A gain of 11.
Well, another big hole up inside.
Yeah, you could drive a truck up through that hole.
He's been able
wide
to do
open.
tonight. This offensive line has really done a good job, and they've given some different looks. But you see that Jonathan Taylor has had room to run, And usually when you're able to run the football the way that they have in this game, you start then getting the matchups on the outside that you like, and you get some big plays, at least some attempts down the field. But that has not been the case. But you're right, Joe. Gardner Minshew is going to have to deliver in the passing game for them to have a chance.
The hand again to Taylor, who's over 6.5 yards a carry. This is a Houston
You can
defense.
see he's 15 carries for 96 yards.
You talked about the season numbers for the Texans. Last 3 games, they're allowing just over 2 yards per carry. 2.1 yards, lowest by any team over a 3-game span over the last 4 years. But tonight, 6.5 yards a carry.
Yeah, and they had the same kind of success back week 2. And I know both of these teams are different, but you know, we came into this game talking about this offensive line and how much improved they are from where they were this time last year.
Well,
wide open, and he caught it.
And finally, a big play from Minshew.
You know, and that's going to look like it's not such a good throw, but you know, Minshew, he feels the color out in front of him. He couldn't lead Granson. You see the corner coming off of that and working back into the field. Actually, one of the few places that Minshew could put that ball.
23-yard completion. Here goes Taylor.
Uh-oh. He's going to take it all the way in. And it's a touchdown. Colts. There's a touchdown, Colts. They want to go for 2.
A lot of times you'll see a coach wait until they go for 2, till maybe you get into the 4th quarter. But here on this score, no hesitation by Shane Steichen. They're going for 2.
49-yard touchdown run. That's his longest run period of the season. He's
looking good now. 145 yards with 16 carries. 1 TD for Taylor now.
Plays in the passing game. It's okay to get him in the run game, and we just got it, and that's why they're scoring. But you got to get the big chunks if you're going to score points.
So they're going for 2 points now. They're lining up. It's like a pistol formation.
3 for 4 and converting on 2-point try.
And they get it. They tie it up, guys.
Mo Alley Cox.
Game is tied up now. He set the time correctly. The time got off on me there.
The 23-yarder to Kylan Granson set up this 49-yard touchdown by Jonathan Taylor. Steichen said go for 2. They fake the handoff. Pop it to Alley Cox. And we're tied at 14.
They've tied it back up, guys. Tied it up.
This is for my papa.
Christian Gonzalez.
For the nation that's always in my heart.
And for everyone who will come next.
14-14, guys.
Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports.
The scores right there on the side, so CJ Stroud,
13. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus. Live sports. ESPN Plus Originals. The exclusive home of the complete 30 for 30 library. Exclusive articles and tools. Top leagues and tournaments. Best stories in sports. On ESPN Plus.
So the win probability just switched.
You
notice
right here at safety,
it switched over to the Colts now.
Blake Cashman, who's had a great year. He's going to be in the hole, unblocked, one-on-one on Jonathan Taylor, and just not able to make the play. And what really should have been a 4-yard gain turns into a long touchdown. But that's the big play that the Indianapolis Colts needed. They needed a spark offensively, something big to get them going, and they did it. And then the 2-point play, I mean, that was, I saw Tim Tebow make a living in college on that one.
So now we'll see if Stroud can answer. Big play, Jonathan Taylor. And I'm just going to throw this out there. There are a million different possibilities all over games tomorrow. But for the Steelers who won earlier today, they took care of their part. They're in the playoffs with either a Jacksonville loss, a Buffalo loss, or a tie in our game here tonight. There have been no ties in the NFL this season, but the Steelers have that as they make their way back from Baltimore.
They've got that right now to hang on to.
Here's a handoff to
It's
Singletary.
a handoff.
And with the crowd roaring, Singletary gets 2. Why not? Look at it all. You see where the wild card teams stack up. The Steelers have already completed their regular season with that win. So that's just where they sit at the moment. And again, to go back to where we are here, the winner of this game is in the playoffs, losers out. And the winner wins the division and hosts a playoff game if Jacksonville loses at Tennessee. This one to the sideline, incomplete from Mechie. 3rd and 8.
Little tighter coverage on the outside by the other rookie.
3rd and 8 now, guys.
Good job. But yeah, this crowd now has gotten behind it, making things a little bit more challenging. You can see Jalen Jones, number 40. You know, that's and you got to be real careful when you're throwing those out routes. You leave that ball behind and it's picked off. He does a good job missing. If you're going to miss wide.
Darrell Baker Jr. is taking over for the injured Juju Brents. It's 3rd and 8. Pressure. Stroud unloads, incomplete. Ebukam with pressure, forced that early throw, and it's 3 and out.
Man.
Well, you see this defense, and they play a lot of zone coverage. And here on 3rd and long, Gus Bradley, they play man. They've got a shot on the deeper flag route, but Stroud under a little bit of pressure, just not quite able to lay it to give him an opportunity to go get it.
What an ad Samson Ebukam has been. He had the pressure. He spent his last 2 years with D'Amico Ryans, the Texans head coach, as his coordinator for the 49ers. Good punt. Downs back inside the 15. Whoa.
Ooh.
He got hit hard at the 20 by Neville Hewitt. 62-yard punt and a 9-yard return, and Hewitt put an exclamation point on that tackle. We're in a tie game. Colts have the ball right back.
Colts got the ball back. Can they do anything here, guys? A lot of time left in this football game. It's anybody's game. We got tied up 14-14. So 8:58 to go in the 3rd quarter. So what do you guys think they're going to do?
The Wolverines are looking to finish the mission, while the Huskies hope to write their perfect ending. The final chapter to crown a new playoff champion. Number 1 Michigan, number 2 Washington. May the best story win.
And I will be covering the national championship on Monday night as well, guys. So be here.
And then a 49-yard touchdown run by Jonathan Taylor in a drive that took under 2 minutes. 4 plays, 87 yards. Little pop pass for the 2-point conversion. We're tied, and the Colts just got it right back.
Well, the great running backs, and Jonathan Taylor certainly is a great running back, they all have the ability to make the first guy miss in the hole. And that was the difference in that scoring drive and that touchdown run by Jonathan Taylor. Blake Cashman, as I said,
Here we go.
but he was left unblocked, and Jonathan Taylor.
And he hands it off to Taylor again around the right side. Or I'm sorry, Zach Moss, not Taylor.
Look at the last 6 drives for the Colts. Over the first 4 of those 6, nothing. The last 2, they've been able to move the ball.
Well, I got it wrong to start this game. I said that Shane Steichen believes in throwing the football to score, running the football late in games to win. Well, tonight, they've had to run the ball to score, and they're going to have to run the ball. It looks like if they get a
2nd and 3 for the Colts. Sends man in motion. Moss is in 2 carries. Up close to the 40, to about to the 38.5-yard line before he is taken down.
He's old school. And once they get that running game going, he's not going to back off of it. He's going to make Houston, and that being the strength of this defense is their run defense this year, but he's going to keep pounding the ball until Houston shows that they can stop it.
Moss out, Jonathan Taylor in. Good block by the 6-time Pro Bowl left guard Quentin Nelson on that carry by Moss.
It's a handoff. Wow. He's still on his feet. Broke a couple tackles. It was Taylor at the 22-yard rush. Colts are getting their defense going now. Their win probability is going up. You can see right over here.
And the offensive line, they start getting that momentum, and you can feel it. You feel it as a play caller. You feel it if you're in the huddle. And these guys are salivating, just wanting to carry the ball.
Oh, we have an injured Texan down.
And now we've got an injured player on the field for Houston.
That's Jerry Hughes.
Clock stopped at 7:28.
Jonathan Grenard, their top pass rusher with his 12.5 sacks. Missing his 2nd straight game with a bad ankle. They are thin at defensive end and maybe thinner.
I don't know about changing my name, man.
Come on, Mahomes, my auto, best bundle in the league, baby.
Mahomes, my auto, let's go.
Bundle and save with a personal price plan.
How many people did you tell?
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Live sports.
So
first-round pick by the Colts in 2010. Spent 9 years in Buffalo, got up and limped off to the sideline. He's in the medical tent. The Colts have now rushed for over 200 yards in this game, actually 200 on the nose. And I don't think anybody saw that coming.
No. I certainly didn't see it coming, even with the success they had week 2. But now, you know, we talked about the momentum that they had gotten going with the run game and how Shane Steichen was going to stick with it. That injury, now you have to reestablish that. That, you know, they lost the momentum that they had going.
They go back to it. Taylor, and he stood up, got maybe a yard. You mentioned Norv Turner, and we go back to the then San Diego Chargers in 2011. Norv Turner, the head coach, and there's Shane Steichen way up in the top left corner.
Yeah, he was an administrative assistant, which meant he wasn't coaching a position, and yet he was a young guy who had aspirations to be a coach, and that was kind of the philosophy back then with the Chargers, that they would groom some of these administrative assistants to eventually take over a position. And Shane Steichen obviously went on to do a lot of great things with the Chargers, and then of course with the Eagles, and now as the head.
It's a handoff again. He didn't get anything that time. It's third down now.
Here's the timeline for Shane Steichen. We showed you the start of it. His time with the Chargers, which even included time with Herbert, the 2 years with the Eagles, helped get them to the Super Bowl last year, and was hired in the middle of February here with the Colts. And for all that we've said about DeMeco Ryans, the 38-year-old Shane Steichen has done a great job, losing his first-round pick, Anthony Richardson, in the 5th game of the year.
Who I thought was playing well for a young rookie as well at the time that he went down. And he's done a good job managing Gardner Minshew also.
They're down at 9. Minshew, good protection.
Oh, it's knocked down.
Batted down at the line of scrimmage by Malik Collins.
It's going to be 4th down and 9 now.
4th down, and that injury and the timeout by Jerry Hughes stopped all the momentum the Colts had.
It really did, and you could feel it. And Malik Collins, he stops this drive because it looked like Alec Pierce on the outside is where he was going with the ball, and he's working back to him. And that was going to be an easy completion, but Malik Collins recognizes he can't get there. He's able to bat the ball down. But, yeah, lost a lot of momentum.
It's going to be a 57-yard field goal attempt.
57-yard try by Matt Gay. One short of his career long.
He's got... Oh, he misses it. Hits the upright. Wow. Now it's Houston's turn.
Good starting field position for C.J. Stroud. Blue didn't like it. And the Houston Texans
check on Blue
at their own 47. Had the distance, but hit the upright.
Blue hadn't moved yet.
Nope. And we're still tied.
Target, try fast and always free drive up at Target.
Let's see what they do here, guys. Flea flicker. Stroud. He's going to keep it.
Coverage on the back end is really good. There wasn't much there for him to take the opportunity, and he sees it and then goes and gets a nice gain out of it scrambling. We've seen that a few times from him tonight.
That one 13 yards.
He's shown a lot of poise like we've seen from him all year long. In a big game, he's handled it all well.
Singletary on first down. Gets 4, will send it down to Lisa Salters.
Yeah, Joe, Colts rookie corner Juju Brents had been back in the locker room. He is now back on the field on the sidelines. He has
Kimbro, you made it. Wish you were out here with me.
With the rest of us, grew up a Colts fan, was 6 when Indy and Peyton Manning won it all.
What do you think about the new scoreboard? I programmed it. It's right below.
Went to high school 13 miles east of here at Warren Central. Second down and 6. Play action from Stroud.
Rolling. Gonna run it out of bounds.
I mentioned it earlier in the game. It's really, you know, that's not what he really wants to do. When he gets outside the pocket, he is looking to get the ball down the field, but he's making.
So they've got the ball down to Indianapolis's 33-yard line.
Field goal. After just 2 snaps, they were already in field goal range. So now well within range. And an opportunity to take the lead regardless of what might happen here.
3rd and 2.
He's got plenty of time. Oh, it's incomplete. Triple coverage.
Baker was there, the corner. E.J. Speed, the linebacker, and Speed is slow.
Well, there were 3 defenders that were there around Hutchinson. Not the best decision in the world, but yet it looked like he put it right where he had to. He throws this right off his back foot. Really shows his arm strength that he has in order to be able to drive this ball the way that he did. And the accuracy that he has at the end of this play. It looked like Hutchinson had a chance. Let's take a look. There's a grab as he's coming out of that route. Sure enough, that ball was money, but that was a dangerous attempt.
Defenders ran into each other, so they collided, trying to knock the ball down.
He's got 9 tackles in this game. Stroud put that where he needed to, but Xavier Hutchinson could not hang on, and this is going to be about a 51, 52-yard try.
Think they can make it, guys?
For the Texans to regain the lead. Kahimi's had a great year.
You know, they've had some trouble with kickers this year, the Texans have.
Is 61, which he did 2 years ago, so they're well within that.
Yeah, he's only missed 1 field goal all year, and it was in this range beyond 50 yards.
It was against Indy week 2. This will be a 51-yard try.
Oh, he nailed that one.
Absolutely perfect. From John Weeks, the long snapper, to the holder, Cameron Johnston. And Fairbairn is now 27 of 28 on the year.
Yeah, well, Fairbairn, he makes his, and Matt Gay missed his. Otherwise, it would still be knotted up, but that's the difference in the ball game right now.
So Houston's back on top.
About this, number 3
See, they're going back and forth with it here now, so it's 59% for the Texans.
He's dealing with a high right ankle sprain. You wouldn't know it with the way he came off the ball right there, and he's been working on the ankle and the leg strength on the bench and trying to get pressure on Minshew all night.
Yeah, what a rookie year he has had, and we talk about C.J. Stroud, and he garners most of the headlines when you talk about the Houston Texans and how he's played really beyond his years. Well, this young man has as well. Will Anderson has been exceptional, and you talked about it as far as the draft and the cornerstones that they've been able to bring in, that they're going to build this organization around. And you keep making draft picks like they made this year, they're going to be right there in the hunt each and every year.
A reminder to not miss the NFL playoffs on ESPN and ABC. We'll cap off Super Wildcard Weekend with the annual Monday night game on January 15th. Then we get to play on. The divisional round game will be Saturday, January 20th or Sunday the 21st. Both games will be on ESPN, ABC, and ESPN+. From the 25, trailing by 3.
Send a man in motion.
They hand to Taylor. Taylor gets a yard.
Gets gobbled up.
What Jonathan Taylor has done here tonight, and his night is certainly far from over. He's got 20 carries already in this ball game. The most he's had this year is 23 touches back week 10 versus New England. But it just feels like if they're going to do what they want to do offensively, that Michael Pittman's going to have a bigger role than what he's had up to this point.
Fake it, little play action pass. He dumps it. Moving the ball. First and 10.
And he came off to number 81 and gets a first down.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about earlier in the ball game as far as taking a shot to Alec Pierce. This is where they called this trying to get the ball to him. He's really good getting down the field, and I would give him that chance against Kareem Jackson. One-on-one on a safety. Alec Pierce, he makes a lot of those plays, but Minshew didn't like it. He comes back to Mo Alley Cox, and he picks up the first down, so nothing wrong with that either.
Taylor gets
he gets gobbled up.
With over 2 to go in quarter number 3, a loss of 4 on that play by 94.
Boy, Khalil Davis, he does an excellent job. It's Ryan Kelly, the center, that he beats right in the gap. In the last 4 runs for Jonathan Taylor, really ever since the injury there to Jerry Hughes, they've just not been able to get that running game back going again.
2nd and 14 now. What are they going to do?
2nd and 14.
He's stepping up. He completes it. Oh, there's multiple flat. What? That was just football hit. I totally disagree with that one.
Personal foul. Defense number 25. Unnecessary roughness. 15-yard.
You can't do that.
Well, an excellent route by Michael Pittman. Zone coverage, and he's going to start like he's going to go in.
He's running.
And then when he comes out of it, you see all the space that he's able to create, and there's the hit. And that was an easy call. Desmond King comes in, helmet to helmet, clearly.
It's just his height gives him a disadvantage. He was tall.
Was able to get up from that.
That's his first catch since the opening minutes of the game, and how Pittman hung on after that high hit. Impressive.
I disagree with the calling. That's just he hits him in the head, but he just ran into him.
And a high hit, able to withstand that. Here he is again. Wide receiver screen, and the blocking never really got set up. A gain of 4, and Kareem Jackson, who's been suspended a couple of times this season for high hits, is out there to make the stop. 2nd and 6. That was when he was with Denver, by the way. They let him go. And D'Amico Ryans, who was his teammate with the Texans. That's how long Kareem
Down under a minute now.
Playing time last week, 19 snaps against Tennessee, and we knew we'd see him a little bit more here in this game tonight.
Well, he has enough for the first, too.
Looks to be enough for a first down.
They going to hold him to a field goal? What are they going to do?
Well, we've seen Moss come in, and he's had some nice runs when he's gotten his opportunities between the two of them, and this is something they've just not had much of with those two backs, with Taylor and Moss in the lineup together.
Well, one of the officials, Troy, after that run, walked in saying first down. The other one overruled.
Runner is short of the line of game. Third down.
And they moved the ball back.
65's eligible. 6'5".
And so this is going to be third down and inches instead
Third
of
and
first
inches.
down. And the crowd reacts as they see it on the big scoreboard here.
Man.
That's the end of the third quarter. So they can obviously look at it. It would take a challenge to overturn if indeed Moss got the first down.
Fourth quarter we go.
Right now it's third down and inches.
It's hard to tell on that replay angle they just showed there. But it looks like he had enough to have the first down. So I'm not sure what the officials saw there, but they did move the ball back. So we will see. We will see, guys. I was going to check out some stuff here.
Based on a three-point game and the way the game has been played, to me, it is a first down. Everything was up, and that ball ended up at the 23.
Well, the crowd reacts as they see it again. The Colts are 0 for 7 on third down. And yet no challenge flag yet from Shane Steichen.
Here it comes.
Yeah. And here it
Yeah, they're going to challenge it now. Based off all the replay angles they showed, he's going to get that one.
The three of us are concerned up here in the booth. This should be his third win on a challenge this year. John Perry, I didn't mean to shortchange you the whole Indiana thing. I know Derek Mobley is from Indiana, but
yeah, but let's boil her up, baby. Just north of here, we'll give a shout out to Michigan City, great state of Indiana. I was really disappointed that you shut me out there earlier.
About that. Here, as we look at it, I guess the only question would be, was the knee down prior to Zach Moss being down? The answer is no. And so it looks like he comes down with enough for the first down.
You know, it looks like it'll be a first down. And since we're killing a little bit of time, I did hear from Brett Favre. You know, he went into coaching after he retired. He coached high school ball. And the team won the state championship his second year. They went 12-1. And their only loss was to Gardner Minshew that season. And he was a high school quarterback and said he couldn't miss. So, hey, don't undersell Gardner Minshew. He's played in some big games.
Yeah, I mean, he's gritty. He knows how to get it done. And here's a call.
After reviewing the play, the runner made the first down.
a couple of things. We're going to replay the end of the third quarter. But more importantly, Jonathan Taylor is going to go in and get looked at for whatever is going on. Welcome inside the booth, and what a game. I mean, this is winning in.
Replay the third. I've never seen that before, replaying the third quarter.
Colts, they have not disappointed tonight.
No, they haven't, and it's been a pretty clean game overall as well. And you always wonder about that with quarterbacks that haven't played in games quite like this with the playoff berth on the line. But no, I said it coming into this game, Joe. It's just one of these games. The job that these head coaches have done with these teams coming in. And however this thing shakes out, the loser of this game, you just hate to see it happen because you want them both to win and move on. But that's not the way it works.
And we said it coming on that this may be a little earlier than these two teams anticipated being in the mix for the postseason. But that's just how good of a job their head coaches have done. Here is Moss. He's met in the backfield and lost a yard. And that will likely be how we end the third quarter. Is Khalil Davis, who's
we're going to end the third quarter again. I'm just letting it roll.
They're lining up to run another one. They were trying to get a free 5, and the Texans do not jump across. So that is the official
end of the third quarter now, guys.
What's at stake? The winner clinches a playoff berth and has a shot at the divisional title. See that bottom line? As long as Jacksonville loses at Tennessee, the loser of this game eliminated from playoff contention. Game tomorrow night is big in the AFC East with Miami hosting Buffalo. The winner of that game wins the division. Miami has clinched a playoff spot. Kansas City, the number 3 seed. Right now, Jacksonville and 4. Cleveland. What a year Kevin Stefanski and now Joe Flacco have had. 11-5. They play at Cincinnati. And we've talked about Pittsburgh. They did their part. They won their game earlier. But they need help, and we saw T.J. Watt leave that game with a knee injury, leading the NFL with his 19 sacks.
Yeah, you go back to, a lot of great stories. There always is in the NFL year after year. And, you mentioned Kevin Stefanski. You lose your quarterback and how you're able to overcome that. You bring in Joe Flacco, and for him to go on and do what he's been able to do and to put that team in the position that they're in, good for him.
Here is Moss.
Here's the official start of the fourth quarter.
And so third down coming up, and Christian Harris, who we said his name a lot early.
If Taylor doesn't come back in for the Colts, Colts are done. I don't think they can come back from that, guys.
In this game, he's tied for the team lead in tackles, and he had a tough year last year, and he has just gotten better this season, and he's playing really the best football over the last couple of weeks that he's played since he came to Houston.
Colts are 0 for 7 on third down tries. It's 3rd and 9. Over the middle, pass is caught, but short of first down yardage. Mo Alley Cox. And for an injury update before a field goal try, here's Lisa.
Yeah, Joe, we saw Jonathan Taylor walk back to the locker room with the training staff. They're calling it a heel injury. He is questionable. Also, Colts right tackle Braden Smith has now been ruled out with a knee injury.
Yeah, he's been battling that. This is second game back, so they lose him. And this will be a 35-yard try for Matt Gay coming off the miss from 57 as he tries to tie it.
And he does.
Which he does. 3 for 4 on the night. And it's 17-17.
17, we have a tie ball game, guys. Tie ball game. What are we going to do here, guys? It's going to go down to the wire. Oh, he's going to bring it out. Nice return. They're going to try to run out the clock now. That would be key for them to do here. They had a corner blitz. Or the safety, rather. Wow. Second and 20 is like third and short now after that catch and run. Third and 3 now. First down, Houston at the 50. Midfield now, guys. It's a handoff now. Singletary's going backwards. Hey, they get a face mask. Should have been a face mask on. They grabbed his face mask too. It could have been offsetting. Watch here. They don't show it, but it looked like he grabbed his face mask. 10 penalties on the Texans.
First and 20 as a result. There's Schultz. Got the first down catch and now picks up 6 here on first and 20.
Well, you know, we saw Darrell Baker miss that tackle, but you know, he has played a fair amount this year. But still, I think that I'd test him a little more than they have.
Stroud has to spin out of there, backpedaling, and he just throws it to
Oh, he caught it.
With a diving catch.
He caught that diving.
On the ground as it looked like Stroud was just throwing it away.
You can't even imagine how good this is. This throw is about a 40-yard throw by the time he's able to set up, and it's, again, not able to get anything behind it. He just threw it to a spot and saw Nico Collins out there, gave him a
Bam, first down. He laid out for that one.
And got it. Oh, my gosh.
He's had 8 targets, 8 catches.
8 for 172.
72 yards tonight. Wow. Flag now on the play as the handoff is to Singletary, a gain of 5.
They may get the Colts for 12 guys on the field. Steichen was talking to the official. They're going to huddle and sort through this. The Texans were against the play clock trying to get the ball snapped.
Two flags are down.
There's no foul on the play. The offense subs. The defense has a right to match up. We're just going to play it over.
Wow. They're just going to play it over.
They're going to play it over, and that wipes away a 5-yard carry on first down by Singletary.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Again, we're with a substitution issue.
At the 40-yard line, first down.
But to play it over,
well, mechanically, the umpire needed to stay over the ball with the substitution, which would allow the defender to get off the field. So, in other words, it's a mechanical error in the officiating department, which does create the do-over.
Yeah, and a good job by them with the do-over.
So, first down and 10, play action from
Here we go.
Stroud. A screen for Schultz.
Schultz, he is.
And the tackle, a 9-yard
Wow.
pickup as Nick Cross made the stop. And Troy, think of what the Texans have done on this possession. They've overcome a 2nd and 20 after an early sack and a 1st and 20 after the hold by Beck. And here they are, 2nd and 1 in a tie game, 8.5 to go. It's impressive.
It really is. No, the Colts have gotten the Texans back against the wall with these long down situations, and yet they've been able to overcome them. You know, the biggest being the big-time throw by C.J. Stroud. Nico Collins able to run it down.
2nd and 1. Here is Singletary. First down, Houston. So a strong possession and overcoming a sack and a penalty, and a first down after a carry of 3.
Yeah, and you get down here, obviously the Texans are in field goal range, and the Colts, you know, with 7.5 minutes to go and clock running, it's okay that they've overcome that. Now, can you make a stop and at least force a field goal attempt and not anymore?
Stay on the ground.
Well,
Tackles made by E.J. Speed. He's been busy tonight in a loss of 3 as he brings down Singletary.
Yeah, it's really a good play by E.J. Speed. He's unblocked, but still, you got to make the tackle in the open field. And this is where Devin Singletary really excels. He usually makes a guy miss. I mean, he's so good with his quickness and ability to make defenders miss in the hole. But yet, E.J. Speed makes a good, sure tackle.
His 12th tackle tonight, 2 for a loss, his 2nd. George Fant is taken back over at right tackle for the Texans. Pass is caught. Collins, 1st and goal. And a
Horse collar.
At the end of the play on the tackle.
They got him for horse collaring on that.
Tyquan Lewis with pressure. May have been a horse collar on the tackle at the end of it.
Because he went falling backwards on that hit.
Horse collar tackle. Defense number 48. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
That's Ronnie Harrison Jr., who had a sack earlier on this drive.
Well, C.J. Stroud, I mean, this drive is, I don't want to say a defining drive, but it's been awfully good. He's got pressure. He hangs in there. He's not able to step in to throw again because Tyquan Lewis is right there. But he reads the coverage. He's got his eyes down the field. He puts the ball in a perfect spot. And there's the horse collar and a good call.
Wow, he would have been in a touchdown if he hadn't a horse collar at him for sure. Touchdown!
What a drive engineered by the rookie quarterback C.J. Stroud. And a 3-yard touchdown run for Devin Singletary, his 4th touchdown of the season.
Well, and this is what Devin Singletary does. You're going to see that he's got this jump cut right there where he's avoiding the tight end, Eric Saubert, and he's able to then get into the crease. And you watch him, he did this at Buffalo all the time when you watched him play, and he's been doing it, really the second half of the season for the Houston Texans as well. That was a great drive. Excellent work by C.J. Stroud.
However, the extra point is yanked wide left. And the
he missed extra point.
Missed on the year by Fairbairn. Let's check the snap. It was put down and then pulled. Snap may have been high, and it's a 6-point game.
Wow, guys, this is a game. They're up by 6 now. 6:20 to go in the game. Anything can happen. I don't know what's happening with this stuff. But... So Houston's getting ready to kick off to the Colts. So Colts are down by 6. Touchdown, they can go ahead and win the game. If they run off a lot of the clock. Or Taylor's back in the game, guys. He gets nothing there. Swallowed up. Oh, he's still on his feet. Up to the midfield.
Throwing the ball to this way, but it's man coverage, and so they get the ball to the guy who can make people miss, Josh Downs, and you don't make that tackle, and this is why the Texans have given up big.
He ran a little out route and was able to just get behind the cornerback.
This time, Desmond King, who's in man coverage on Downs, not able to get him to the ground in a big game.
Kareem Jackson missed a tackle on the play as well. Under 5 to go. Taylor back to the
Taylor gets no gain barely. Clock is rolling too, guys. 4:47 and counting. The Texans defense has to do something, or for them to stay in it, they need to hold them to a field goal as their best option and get the ball back and just run the clock out is what they need to do. This is a great game, Charles. I agree. It's completed. They're at the 45, 3rd down and 6, I think it looks like here.
Made that tackle. Well, now you've got a 3rd down, and it's hard to believe, but the Colts have yet to convert a 3rd down in this game. And I just don't know that I've ever heard of a team winning a football game if they didn't convert a 3rd down.
The 2020 Giants, the last team to win a game, going over on 3rd down. 3rd down and 6. And they hand it off.
Taylor, he gets close.
Well, there's a flag at the end of the play.
There is a flag.
And Taylor looked to be just short of 1st down yardage.
It's in the middle of the field. It possibly going to be a holding is what I had if I had to guess. They're helping him. Illegal use of the hands of the face on Malik Collins.
And a season-high 11th penalty in the game on Houston.
But the guy has his jersey, too. So, I mean, you could call a hold on the Colts for that one.
Is that the vernacular you officially?
Break those up. We say a no-doubter prolonger.
No doubter prolonger.
Back to Taylor.
Taylor handoff again. Up across the 30.
Somehow he ends up getting 4.
No, I love the guy and what he's able to do, and I hate it for all running backs in our
See,
league.
both teams have all their timeouts still.
Really kind of walk a hard line and trying to get paid. But Jonathan Taylor, if there is a guy, he's certainly the one that deserves it. But, you know, the clock continues to run, and D'Amico Ryan's going to have to start thinking about when he wants to start trying to stop the clock and using some of his timeouts.
Each side with 3 left.
It's a pitch out. Taylor. He didn't get anything. 3rd down and long.
And what does Steichen come up with on 3rd down and 5, a long 5? We saw Will Anderson Jr. go to the sideline. He's playing through a high ankle sprain. He's given his team all he can give. And now Denzel Perryman is down. Their middle linebacker, and he needs assistance before 3rd down and 5.
Well, that gives Shane Steichen a lot more time to think about this call.
There's Perryman 6 in the middle of it with that right arm extended. got the worst of it.
Well, and the other part of this, too, is that, they've got 2 downs to pick this up. They stick with Jonathan Taylor, or...
I mean, you think about all that goes into it, and you've been through it. Off-season training, training camp, season starts, injuries, trying to fill out a roster, trying to have a young team grow, and it comes down to 2 minutes and 41 seconds, and one of these 2 teams is going to the playoffs, and one of them is going to head home happy about the season but brokenhearted about tonight.
Yeah, and, you've said it, Joe. Neither of these teams could have imagined being in this position. It's a shame that someone is going to lose, but they both have had great years. But the winner, boy, there's going to be a surge that carries them into the offseason no matter what happens once they get into the postseason.
They do stick with Taylor. Lowers his shoulder and just wills his way near the first down, but he's short.
He is short. He's about...
Well, the official on the far side says he's about half a yard short. We're coming up on the 2-minute warning.
No, they gave it to him.
Oh, they switched it.
They gave him the first down.
And what's interesting is when the Colts thought it was short, they were getting right back onto the line of scrimmage. Once they saw that it was a first down, they were huddling back up.
So they get the first down.
Outside the 2-minute warning on the play, if this is going to be challenged, it would have to come from the Texans sideline.
That's close.
The official said he was short. The near official said first down, which is what it is with 2 minutes to go in a 6-point game.
I don't think that's enough evidence to overturn it, though, too. So. Let's see if the Houston defense can come up big here, guys. Drives him out of bounds. It's a handoff to Taylor again. Runs out of bounds. Third and 2, guys. It's another handoff to Taylor, and he did not get it. Fourth and 1. You're down by 6. You have to score. Looks like they're going for it, guys. This is the game on the line here. He's in shotgun formation too. I think they're running it all the way down. Who called the timeout? Indianapolis did call a timeout. They're going for it. They're lined up now. Oh, he drops it. He drops it. Oh, my goodness. The humanity. Houston takes over by 6. They can just run out the clock now. Colts only have 2 timeouts. They can stop them twice. That's game over, guys. Oh, wow.
And a handoff is to Singletary, a gain of 3. Time now for our game recap, which is brought to you by United Airlines.
Timeout. Here goes the timeouts, guys.
By the Houston Texans. There's a sack here by Harrison. There were a couple times the Texans were backed up. And C.J. Stroud with this incredible throw to Nico Collins, a big piece of getting it into the end zone.
And then that throw right there, might have been his best throw of the night. But just an excellent job, a great drive. The ball to Nico Collins that he lays out. Like I said, to even have the arm strength to get that in the vicinity of Nico Collins, and you see Gardner Minshew. Yeah, that's a tough one.
Second down and 7.
Another handoff.
Handoff to Singletary, and the Colts will use their last timeout. Assess what we saw on 4th and 1. This throw a little behind Goodson.
Yeah, a little behind him. Goodson comes into the game with
0 timeouts for the Colts now.
So he hasn't had a lot of opportunities in these situations, of course, and just one that, it can be caught, but you can also deliver a better ball as well. I think both of those players will take ownership on not being able to make the play.
They called that timeout, remember, before the 4th and 1 after trying to draw the Texans offside. So they're out of timeouts. It's 3rd down and 6 in a 6-point game. And the Colts cannot stop the clock again. Singletary, right side. It's 4th down. There'll be a little time left on the clock, but less than 10 seconds.
Yeah, you just look at this season and think back to a year ago. The Texans were in line for the #1 overall pick, and they have the 2nd pick. They take C.J. Stroud, and you've heard me say, Joe, that when you draft a rookie quarterback, you just hope that you come out of that first year that you know that he's your franchise quarterback and you feel good about him. And that's not always the case, but I think the Texans knew pretty early on that they hit it on this guy right here. And in his biggest game of his short NFL career, he did everything that he had to do. He was 20 of 26, 260 yards, 2 touchdowns. But the biggest thing is he didn't turn the ball over. And as Jimmy Johnson has always said, when you're in a big game, it's not who makes the most big plays, although he made plenty. It's who makes the fewest bad plays. And C.J. Stroud did not have a bad play tonight.
See him with Bobby Slowick, the offensive coordinator, first year as an OC in the NFL.
It's going to be a punt. They'll punt it away. This is their last shot.
Shane Steichen, this one will sting. Gardner Minshew had his team down the field, riding Jonathan Taylor. They took him out of the lineup on 4th down and 1. Brought Goodson in and couldn't connect. The winner of this game is in the playoffs and has a shot with a Jacksonville loss at Tennessee tomorrow. They play at 1 o'clock Eastern. They would be the South champion in the AFC if Jacksonville loses that game. The loser of this game is out.
Well, the Colts are selling out. There's nobody back to receive this punt. They're coming after it.
They put a second back on the clock. 8 seconds left. Cameron Johnston is going to run out of the back of the end zone, take the safety, make it a 4-point game.
Wow, he took a safety. I was not expecting that one.
He probably could have kept it at least run a little zigzag or something. I don't know.
But now there's 1 second left, and we'll have the free kick.
Well, you can't say enough about the job that D'Amico Ryans has done, and really Shane Steichen as well. You just hate it for whoever is going to lose this game, and unless some short of miracle, it's going to be the Indianapolis Colts. But great job by both these head coaches, both organizations. The owners got it right on who they hired, and just a really good season for everyone.
Texans with a win tonight, and there's 1 second left. Go on top, but the Jaguars would have the tiebreaker to win the division with a win tomorrow to also get to 10 and 7.
Ryan says, I don't care. Yeah, they did
and
that
that number 5 seeded Cleveland Brown team is sitting there waiting for the winner of the South, and they are not going to be an easy team for whoever gets them in the wild card game a week from now.
So
well, the only chance, really, I mean, they could field this and run around, or they could fair catch
that is going to
this
go out the back of the end zone, which means the Indianapolis
if they get that opportunity.
Get a chance to return this one, they will have to actually
and then no time comes off the clock, and then they either way, it's going to be a helter-skelter ending to this ball game.
So free 2 points. Houston Texans said, you know what, you can have one. Take this hit.
Has the ball in his hands, this free kick with 1 second left in what is now a 4-point game. All right, set and ready to go.
Punt is away.
Downs will bring it.
He catches it, and it's it.
Throws backward to
Laterals it back.
He fumbles it backward.
And
Texans are there, and the
picks
Texans
it
are in
up.
the
It's game
playoffs.
over. Texans win, guys. That is a ball game. Final. Texans 23. Colts 19, guys. What a game. Guys, we're going to wrap up the stream there. So my voice is raspy. I'd like to do more coverage on the plays, but I don't feel like my voice is there. I'm trying to save it for tomorrow and the Monday night national championship game. So be sure to check out the game tomorrow. I'm hoping it's a little bit better tomorrow. I'll be able to go play by play and carry that whole game. So, all right, guys. Love you guys. Thank you all that stopped in and watched. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel, guys, if you're new. Helps me. It's free. And we get it out to more and more people. So, throw this up here, guys. So, we got the Cowboys star running here. Don't forget to subscribe, guys. And I love you guys. And we will see y'all later.